I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome. It is your Wednesday. I actually had to check what day of the week it is. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we finally reached that midway mark through the week. I think a day we all look forward to, because after this, it's just downhill to the weekend. And today we are bringing you only feel good entertainment this morning. First up, we have Chef Clem. He is in studio, and he's going to show us some healthy recipes to keep you warm this winter. And if you're wondering where Raul is, he is still in Durban. He's at the Bolito Pro, and we will be connecting with him live as he is there to broadcast from the Bolito Pro Surf competition as it enters day 3 of the fresh waves and the good SPF. Also joining us, in fact joining him in Bolito, is Tash Barnard, and she'll be taking us through the perfect Pilates workout on the beach. I don't know if we're going to see Raul without his shirt, but maybe we will. Maybe. Just maybe. So make sure you buckle up and you enjoy the next 3 hours, because it's going to be a fun ride. But there's someone I need to say hello to, and it's my partner in crime. Good morning, Wasty.
Good morning. It is a beautiful morning, and people call this day hump day. I don't know. This is going to be a day that will catapult you into the weekend on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So here's the thing. I do have to ask you something today. It's something so important. It's around parents. Now, what is the best advice you've ever received from your parents? I want you to just let me know exactly what that is. That advice could be, should I say, advice could be applicable right now. I think any parent would tell you, wait until you have kids. And you look at them like, haha, whatever. And then you learn that they had a bit of an inside track. Either way, whatever that advice was, please share it on the WhatsApp line as well, 063-408-8863. I want you to grab whatever you can, grab a little bit of breakfast, get a good lining in, and start your day the right way with your Feel Good Breakfast Show here on S3. And let us know, parenting advice, what is that? Oh, this.
Thank you, Wasty. Well, let's quickly start off with your national headlines. The National Union of Metal Workers of South Africa, NUMSA, said yesterday it had received a mandate from the members to accept Eskom's wage proposal. The agreement would apply from 1 July 2022 until 30 June 2023 to all permanent bargaining unit employees employed at Eskom. The salary increase is 7% across the board. NUMSA said Eskom had agreed to reinstate the changes to conditions of service, which existed at the 30th of June 2021 with effect from the 1st of July 2022. And staying with local news, the Passenger Railway Agency of South Africa, PRASA, has celebrated the launch of the 100 new trains under the modernization program. The Transport Department and the Parastatal unveiled the 100th locomotive set, which is produced locally by the Gibela Consortium. Gibela is a black economic empowerment consortium where French Rail Company, Alstom and Umbambano Rail own 70% and 30% equity respectively. And to quote, they say, as we celebrate the 100th train set, we recognize the milestone as a giant leap towards an affordable integrated public transport network. And that is according to Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula. Now, moving to news abroad, Italian President Sergio Mattarella has been in Mozambique to boost relations as the country looks for ways to cut its reliance on Russian gas. This is being done via Italian oil giant Eni. Now speaking at the presidential palace in the capital, Maputo, Mattarella said collaborations with Eni was important and he hoped it could spread to other Italian firms as well. Following the war in Ukraine, Italy has brought down Russian gas imports from 40% to some 25% following deals with Algeria, Egypt, Libya, and other African countries. Staying with news abroad, two of Britain's most senior cabinet ministers have quit, a move that could spell the end of Prime Minister Boris Johnson's leadership after months of scandals. Health Minister Sajid Javid and Finance Minister Rishi Sunak announced their resignations yesterday, plunging Johnson's government into crisis. Javid said he had lost confidence in Johnson's ability to govern in the national interest after a series of scandals, saying he could, and I quote, no longer continue in good confidence, end of quote. Sunak said he had reluctantly come to the conclusion that, I quote, we cannot continue like this, unquote. And we all know that forests are vital to life on Earth. They purify the air we breathe, filter the water we drink, prevent erosion, and act as important buffers against climate change. We also know that with an increasing population, forests are fast disappearing. So reforestation has become essentially important. On African continent, deforestation has an unexpected friend and ally, the straw-colored fruit bats. Now, the large fruit bat is one of the most numerous fruit-eating animals in Africa. They live in colonies of thousands to millions, sleeping during the day and becoming active at sunset when they set off in search of food. They can fly up to 95 kilometers to suitable fruit trees, thus dispersing seeds across huge areas as they go. It's reported in the conservation that by conservative estimate, a colony of 150,000 could disseminate more than 300,000 small seeds in a single night, and that is single colony of fruit bats could kickstart the regrowth of 800 hectares of forest. So fruit bats, indeed, they contribute to the conservation of African forests. Well, that was your morning headlines on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's take a first look at your sport. Here's Wasty.
Thank you, Zozo. Let's take a peek at the sport for the first time on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and starting off with rugby action. Springbok coach Jacques Nienaber has made wholesale changes to his team for Saturday's second test against Wales in Bloemfontein. Nienaber has picked two uncapped players, winger Kurtley Arendse and number 8 Evan Ruas. It is starting 15, and there are further 4 newcomers on the bench. The uncapped players on the bench include prop Tutuko Mkhunu, as well as lock Ruanakia, utility forward Dion Fourie, and scrum half Grant Williams. Only 4 players from last week's matchday squad have retained their places. Experienced lock Eben Etzebeth, who will earn his 99th cap for South Africa, is the only starter from that group, while hooker Malcolm Marx, prop Vincent Koch, and utility back Damien Willemse have been included on the bench. Elsewhere, the experienced Handré Pollard has, he replaces Alton Yankees at fly half and also takes over the captaincy from regular skipper Siya Kolisi. On to cricket action. England completed a record chase of 378 to beat India in rapid time on the final morning of the 5th test at Edgbaston. Centuries from Joe Root and Johnny Bairstow took England to their highest successful pursuit in test cricket and the 9th largest in history of the game. Now needing another 119 from their overnight 259 for the loss of 3, Root and Bairstow coasted with incredible ease, taking England to a memorable 7-wicket win. Bairstow's 114 not out was his second century of the match, while Root ended unbeaten on 142 in an unbroken partnership of 269. The win ensures a series that was postponed last summer is drawn 2-2. Their next series is with South Africa. That'll be in August. Now on to tennis action. Defending champion Novak Djokovic battled back from 2 sets to love, down to defeat Yannick Sinner and reach his 11th Wimbledon semi-final. Djokovic triumphed 5-7, 2-6, 6-3, and 6-2, and 6-2, and will face Britain's Cameron Norrie for a place in Sunday's final. It was the 7th time in the Serb's career that he had recovered from 2 sets to love at the slams, and Norrie reached his first Grand Slam semi-final when he twice came from behind to beat unseeded Belgian David Goffin 3-6, 7-5, 2-6, 6-3, and 7-5 to set up a dream meeting with Djokovic. In the women's draw, Ons Jabeur became the first Arab woman to reach the semi-final of a Grand Slam, setting up a meeting with Tatiana Maria. Jabeur powered to a 3-6, 6-1, and 6-1 win over Mary Bushkova, while Maria beat Jules Niemeyer 4-6, 6-2, and 7-5. And wrapping with football, Christophe Gauthier has been named the Paris Saint-Germain manager immediately after the departure of Mauricio Pochettino. Gauthier has signed a 2-year deal until summer of 2024. He left Nice last month after guiding them to 5th in Ligue 1 and a runner-up finish in the French Cup last season. The 55-year-old who led Lille to the Ligue 1 title in 2021 is PSG's 7th coach since the Qatari takeover of the club in 2011. Now, Pochettino leaves PSG after 18 months in charge, having guided them to a record-equaling 10th French title that was last season. That's a wrap-up of all of your sporting action. Of course, there'll be another update for you in 1 hour, but let's take a peek at the weather. Here is Uncle Tubbsy Wubsy.
Thank you very much. Wasty, tasty, time for us to take a first look at your weather. Now, at the end of a 3-day G7 summit in the Bavarian Alps, that's out in Germany, the leaders committed a $4.5 billion by 2027 to protect the most vulnerable in the global south from hunger and malnutrition. Now, international climate change experts have welcomed that announcement, but activists are sharply criticizing the pledge, saying that some fell short of what was needed with millions of people on the brink of starvation. Now, the West drought in the decades is in part, of course, Africa, and soaring food prices driven higher by Russia's invasion of Ukraine have sparked repeated warnings concerning threats to food security of the world's poorest and possible famine. Now, they called on those with stockpiles to make food available and said that they were working on ways to move grain out of Ukraine after a Russian blockade of Black Sea ports had pushed trade to slower land routes. Now, we start off by taking a look now at your sunrise pictures. The first one, Letitia, sending us a clear orange lit sky out in Gauteng. Thank you so much for that, Letitia. Vasia Tobias sending us this one. It's a neon lit cloud, as you can see there in the distance out in Gqeberha. Verity Barnes coming in with this beautiful shot showcasing the sunrise from Signal Hill. And I mean, of course, you can see for yourself. Take a look at that tangerine glow across the horizon. It is so beautiful. Najida Brown also coming in with this magically lit sky filled with colors from Gqeberha as well. And finally, we also got this one coming in sent by Shaq Stone, showcasing this fiery ball as the sun rises up, lighting up the morning sky out in Atlantis. We love to see the way you start your mornings, so please get your pictures through to us on our WhatsApp line. That's 063-408-8863. And now, a first look at your temperatures to set you up on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Starting off with Polokwane, your low today is 7. You will reach a maximum of 23. If you find yourself out in Mbombela, 12 is your minimum, reaching a high of 30. The capital city, Pretoria, sunny times for you today, 8 and 21, with Johannesburg coming in at a minimum of 6 and a maximum of 20. Mahikeng, 3 and 23. Klerksdorp starts off at 1 and you will reach highs of 22. Kimberley, 2. Your minimum, reaching a maximum of 17, with Bloemfontein coming in at -2 and a high of 18. Richards Bay, sun and clouds for you today, 13 and 22. Those are your temperatures, with Pietermaritzburg starting off at 7 and reaching a maximum of 20. Durban, the warmest place to be, 14, reaching a maximum of 21, with some sun and clouds out in Mthatha today. 5 is your minimum, reaching a maximum of 19. East London, 11 and 19, with Craddock coming in at 3 and a maximum of 18. Gqeberha, 10 and 19. George, 8, reaching a maximum of 18, with the mother city, Cape Town, coming in at 9 and 16. Sunny times out in Worcester, 4 and 21, with Sutherland coming in at a low of 1, reaching a high of 14. Upington, last, certainly not least, 3 is your low. You will reach a maximum of 20 degrees today. It's midweek. It's a feel-good type of Wednesday, because you are gonna make it a feel-good type of day. That's right.
Oh, thank you, Tubbsy. And you know what? When it comes to feel good, we need to dress good. And when it comes to soft classics with a touch of stretch for extra comfort, chinos are undisputed, timeless wardrobe items for both men and women. They are easy to dress up with a knitted top or a beautiful blouse, like I will be doing today. So this is my knit and my blouse, and I need your help to choose the perfect chino, because we can dress it up with this blouse or dress it down with a really cool golfer. Now, there are 2 options to choose from, because today is Tuesday. Now, option 1 are these khaki chino pants. They are trendy and can be worn with neutrals. And then option 2 are these classic black chino pants that will give you a more timeless and sophisticated look. So which one should I go for today? Option 1, the khaki chino, or option 2, the classic black chino. The option is yours. Head on over to Expresso's social media pages to vote for your favorite pair of chinos, and don't forget to include that hashtag styled by Woolies.
Only you can make my day.
Take lashes higher. New Revlon Eyes Wide Open Mascara. The curved brush volumizes and lifts lashes vertically for a wide-eyed lash look. Hemp seed oil conditions for healthy-looking lashes. Go higher. New Revlon Eyes Wide Open Mascara.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso live in S3. Welcome back, and this is a very special installment of, wait for it, the Culinary Hotline Bling! Ting, ting, ting! Ting, 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 ting. Sorry, I got carried away. Now, we are joined by one of our favorite, why do they always say one of our favorite? Isn't it the favorite chef? Chef Clem is here to help you in the kitchen and to answer any of your culinary conundrums. As always, if you have any questions for this lovely, good-looking, amazing chef, just send us a voice note on 063-408-8863. That is a direct line to the mind of this culinary genius, who is Chef Clem. Do you feel that with me?
The energy, the vibrations.
Yes.
The questions.
Yes.
The needing for knowledge.
That's it. When you say needing for knowledge, that's obviously a bakery.
It's a bakery
that you did.
term.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you need.
Yes.
However, we got a guest.
Yes.
On the video call.
Okay.
We have a talent from Johannesburg who just wants to beef up this person's life. Laresh Myberg, welcome. It is great to have you on the show. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling great, guys. Morning, everybody.
Lekker, man. This is great. So, Laresh, apparently, rumor has it that you want to beef things up. So what is that question that you have for Chef Clem?
Well, I'm a lover of Oxtail, and I just want a better way, or should I say a faster way of making Oxtail. Based on the fact that we're living in fast times, if I can put it that way. So I'd just like to know, is there a quicker way of preparing a Oxtail dish?
Woo! Okay. Oxtail in a jiffy.
In a jiffy.
That's the vibe from Laresh, as you can hear. So, Laresh,
Okay.
I want you to stay on video call because I want you to watch all of this because this man is a magician. So, oxtail, I know from experience, it's like a process where you have to almost like raise a family and then it's done. So that's how long it takes, okay? So I'm also interested in this. How do we shrink it down?
There is a way to cook oxtail in like a very rapid way.
Okay.
It does mean you're gonna have to buy a pressure cooker.
Yes.
Here's the thing, when it comes to winter, my pressure cooker is like doing the most in the kitchen.
Okay.
It turns a dish that normally takes about 3 hours to cook.
That's what I'm saying.
Dish you can cook in like an hour. But I mean, if you think about it, it takes 3 hours to cook because if you think about the muscle that actually surrounds the tail.
All right.
When you see a cow, the tail's never chilling. The tail's always going.
It's just, it does that thing. It's like
whoa.
swatting flies.
Yes, exactly.
Doing its thing, yeah.
So that muscle becomes really dark, really worked, really tough. And the only thing that can break that down is time. So if you don't have a pressure cooker, I'm going to see if it comes. I've got a few little suggestions how we can do this. So my solution is to invest in a cast iron pot.
Oh, cast iron.
Yeah, and I know people are like, but it's so expensive. But here's the thing, right? You're going to buy it, and you're going to give it to Carl Wasty Jr.
Yes, because it's going to be seasoned all the way through the generations, right?
Exactly.
You're going to be like, oh, this is my my grandfather. He cooked their first oxtail in here. And then the next generation is going to feel that way as well.
Okay.
So, I hope you're following, Naresh. I hope you're like focusing because we want you to get a cast iron pot first and foremost.
Right, exactly.
Going in, are we have normal brown onion?
I browned off the oxtail because there's a lot of flavor you get from browning off the meat, okay? I'm going to go with onions. So the reason cast iron works is because of the weight and the way it conducts heat. So the cast iron itself holds heat really well.
Great.
But then what you do is you put a heavy lid on top of that. It kind of like, think about the pressure and the additional weight on there that keeps that steam circulating. So it's going to actually reduce your cooking time. So think about that one. Onions go in. And then another thing about cast iron, because of the thickness of the meat, it takes a little longer to preheat your pot.
Okay.
But preheat your pot. It's important. It really is. Salt goes in, salt and pepper goes in, onions go in. All the little yucky brown bits from the bottom that's not yucky. That's like serious flavor.
Ready to be deglazed, isn't it?
When people brown their meat and then they stop cooking and they go clean the pot.
Why?
And then they come back into the onions. Don't do that.
No.
You want the dark stuff that's at the bottom of there. You want all that to come up. To that, we're going to add herbs, okay? Rosemary and bay leaves. The easiest, simplest way to add flavor to food is use herbs. And no calories. So hoy the herbs in there.
Hoy the herbs.
Absolutely.
And no... So you're saying more herbs, less curb?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
And in case of South Africa, if you didn't know, the theme for today's hotline is going to be beef. And it was inspired because a lot of comments and just like little whispers around the studio about this beefy bison over here.
I'm not talking about.
Carl Wasty is looking so swole.
So what you talking about?
Look at this.
Anyway, I just wanted to say that I'm very happy to be here. I just want to say that what you guys need to do is just have a bit more beef in your diet. I mean, if you're not going to do oxtail, it's going to be a fail.
Wow. The only steak you don't eat is a mistake.
That's correct.
Right,
eh? That's right. If everything else, yeah, if it walks, I chow it. Anyway, right, so... so, okay, we've browned. We're going in, and the mirepoix is in there, a.k.a. celery,
carrot.
Carrot.
If you have butternut, just chuck it in. If you got any zucchini, just put it in.
Okay.
This pot will not say no to any vegetable. Just keep on adding it to it. Okay.
So,
tomato paste. Worcester sauce?
Laresh, obviously, we'd love to do this entire recipe, but we're going to be here for an hour. So what I would like to tell you is that I want you to know that we knew you were coming through. Expressoshow.com. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all of the ingredients as well as the method over there for you. We're going to take you through it. But I think just to give you a little recap, make sure that you get that cast iron pot preheated. If you're going to do the browning, make sure you keep that browned, sort of the bottom of it, so you can make sure that the flavor goes through, especially when you add in the mirepoix and the onions and the celery and the carrots. But it's going to be quick, easy. And how are we looking in terms of time?
Right, so it's going to go for about an hour, 45 minutes.
Hour 45.
With the cast iron. I like chucking in the oven. Look how beautiful it looks. Serve that with garlic bread.
Take a peek. There we
Serve
go.
that
Garlic bread is there.
Garlic bread. It's hot.
I love it.
It's hot.
I love it.
It's hot. Garlic bread. Gremolata. Carl, it's hot.
Yes, it's hot.
That's
right.
all you need. That's all you need.
Done and dusted. All right, go get yourself a recipe and come back with another edition. In fact, part 2 of the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ching, ching, ching.
And I think...
Woo.
Only you can make my day.
cracking show today. Welcome back, because last week, Friday, Game Stores launched its first halfway day sale in South Africa, which, of course, means up to 50% off some selected best-selling items to help you get through that second half of the year.
And the thing is, Zoe, you know me, okay? You know I am never one to miss a sale or a shopping opportunity, always there on standby. So I was first in line to get my hands on those unbeatable deals. Take a look at this. It's been a long year, okay? It's that time of the year. I'm sure you and I are looking for a little pick-me-up around this time of the year. Luckily for all of us, Game has just the thing. In fact, they are doing the things, and they're going big. It's time for the halfway day sale. They're giving us up to 50% off on some really incredible products. I've seen a few people ready to take advantage of the savings, and I'm here also. Come with me.
Are you guys ready? We're gonna go from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Catherine, it's a big one, the half-day sale. Where did the idea come from?
So we had the idea a few years ago, and then we put it on hold because of COVID, because it's a crowd generator, it's a price sale. It's happening this year, and it's halfway day, only at Game.
I love it. You know what? The thing about it is that everyone gets so excited around this time of the year. We need a little pick-me-up. What for you is the best part of this sale?
I think everybody deserves a second chance. The 1st of July is the middle of the year. It's the middle day. It's halfway day. So have your pre-New Year party the day before, and then come to Game where you can get it all.
Oh.
You name it. It's there. TVs, laptop, microwaves.
Stop.
Get it all for the second half of the year.
Well, you are helping us beat those winter blues in the most incredible way. But Game is known for that, always first with the most epic sales. Why is this, and how do you do it, Catherine?
We've got to be first. We own Black Friday, and we're now going to own halfway day, and it's the second big price sale for the year.
Type, 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 click, 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 shop, 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 low, low prices every day only at Game. I love it.
Catch you later.
Boom, baby. Let me break it down to you, okay? On this day, you can get unbeatable prices on anything you can think of, like $1,000 off an Xbox, 200 Rand off your next air fryer, 900 bucks off Hisense fridges, and for your next 55-inch TV, a whopping 2,000 Rand. Listen, let's just say this. Consider this a little gift from Game to you and me.
So you came to see me, or you came to shop at Game?
This was a surprise. Andrew didn't tell me.
Oh, wow, Andrew, I didn't know you wanted to set up your mom with me like this.
When you come for dinner?
You have to go for a first date first. Oh, but wait, you're taken.
Very much so. To one handsome dude.
Yeah, he is a handsome guy as well. How are you feeling about the halfway day special at Game today?
I'm super excited. Lots of amazing products and prices going just for today. Lots of electronics. The air fryer today, especially, it's 200 down.
And what about Game do you think sets them apart from their competitors?
Their prices.
It's the prices.
The prices.
I think that Game's halfway day sale is absolutely incredible. It feels like we've all had such a long year, and we want to just kick off into the second half of the year strong. Look, customers are looking for value. We want to get as much as we can for as little as possible. And the thing is, Game truly does show up in that way. The most exciting part about this sale is that I now finally can afford some of the items I've been, eyeing for a long time. Let me let you in, okay? Sunbeam 20-liter compact oven. I have been wanting to get get this for my cousin for the longest time. He's in varsity. He needs it, okay? Uncle Tabsy to the rescue. Camp Master 2-plate gas stove. I mean, come on. 'Tis the season. Have you seen what happens when we get load shedding? Thank you. Because of these incredible savings at Game, and you get them every day, I thought maybe get into a new hobby. Yeah, I'm gonna be a yogi. Because I got a yoga mat now, okay?
For those customers that have missed this year's halfway day sale, don't fret. This is the first of what's going to be an annual event for Game. And as you guys know, November's Black Friday, and Game has, since the beginning of it, been the #1 retailer in South Africa for Black Friday.
Okay, listen here, all right? My calendar's booked for the 1st of July 2023. I'm gonna be at Game. If you wanna see me, that's where you'll find me, okay? I've got a stove to go set up. Bye. First of July 2023, where will you be?
I will be with you because you didn't bring me anything. You didn't add anything to your cart for me.
Yeah, so that you can start drawing up your shopping list for next year. It's the halfway day sale. It's fantastic, only at Game, and it's such an incredible savings opportunity, and I loved it.
And you love shopping indeed. Well, listen, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show because we have loads of entertainment coming your way.
What would you like?
Right, it is another edition, a part 2 of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting. All right, now the thing is, I want you to get involved. If you've got any questions, 06340888863. We are privileged and pleasured to welcome somebody absolutely incredible. This particular person has decided to jump in with a conundrum. We're all about beef today. As you can see, Chana, all about that beef. And if you want to get your hands on any of the recipes that Chef Clem shows you today, go to expressoshow.com. We'd like to welcome Rose de Roubaix. Merci. Bonjour, Rose. Welcome.
Hello. Morning, Chef Clem. Morning, Carl. And the beautiful Expresso tea will make a terrific start to our day.
Oh, Rose, you see, this is why we wanted you here. You are fantastic. Rose, what is your question to Chef Clem?
Okay, so Chef Clem, I love potatoes in any form, but mostly mashed potatoes. So sometimes one just feels like a bowl of mashed potato and a gravy, but you haven't made any meat. So how do you make a tasty gravy with no meat juices?
Rose, you took the words out of my mouth. Okay, because that sounds like exactly what you need in life. Sometimes you don't have the time to break down the meat for ages and then get a gravy. You just want to pour something over the mash and make it lekker. I get you, Rose. I understand. Help.
What's the sorry. I'm that naughty kid at the back of the class.
Yes.
What did Rose ask?
Okay, so now my boy.
Yes.
Rose asked.
Yes.
Okay, if you don't want to make all the meat stuff, but you want the gravy, how do you get to the gravy fast so that you don't need to do the meat stuff and you're like a quick, like sort of gravy hack? That's all.
Okay, so here's the thing. When it comes to gravy, there is no shortcut. The only shortcut for gravy is buying either the ready-made gravies or the powdered gravies. Gravies, they take a very long time to make. But what I like doing is there's a certain hack that I have. When I make a few dishes, one of them being this dish right here, I get so much stock that's coming out of that dish that I've got demi-glaze and I've got stock in the fridge that'll keep for such a long time.
All right.
So whenever I've got mash and I just want like a little bit of gravy over the mash, it's as simple as just reheating it. So I'm going to show you how I make it.
Yes, please.
Right, it starts off with short rib. Why they call it short? It's ginormous.
I don't know.
Help us. Okay, so I've got my short rib, and what I did was I seasoned it as far in advance as I can. And I'm being serious. If you want to season this 3 days before the time, season it 3 days before the time. The salt on the outside breaks down the fibers, it cures the meat, but it ends up being so juicy and so delicious and so tender, it actually gives you more value for money by just seasoning your meat. Short rib in there, and you want...
And, you know, people are scared of short rib. You know, I think it's because it takes a while to break down, but there's so much flavor in short rib. It could be the ultimate starter to stocks and stews, and of course gravies too.
And Rose, when you buy your short rib, get either the long rib bone or the chunks like we have. But the most important thing, it must have the bone in. A lot of the flavor comes from the bone. So we're browning it off really, really well. Then what you're going to do is get your murra from earlier, your carrots, carrots, celery, and onions. I don't know, there's just magic about it. It's the savoriness of onion, the almost like earthy notes you get from celery, and then carrots, we know, just give you that rounded sweetness. And like, It just
Balance.
you can't say it's carrot, you can't say it's onions, you can't say it's celery. Together they create like a little symphony of flavor on their own. So that goes in there next, okay? Then what you're gonna do is we're gonna top it up. We're gonna braise, and we don't do a lot of braising on the show because braising takes a long time. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take all your meat and you're gonna just add it to a roasting dish, okay? What I did was I also added some chunky onions and some bay leaves because we always, why am I putting everything in this dish? I'm not gonna just use this one.
You could have used that one. I know, but it's fine. Now you've just more dishes for me to do.
More
later.
dishes.
Thanks, man.
In we go with our short rib,
All
okay?
right.
And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make a stock. Two things like we're gonna braise our meat and we're gonna make a stock. Peppercorns go in. And don't break it up. Keep them nice and chunky, keep them whole. More bay leaves, all bay, all day. Like
all bay, all day, did you say?
Bay, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
I thought you were about to drop something like unbelievable. But that's fine. I'll leave that for next time.
Leave it for next time.
And
A little bit of garlic goes in,
Beautiful.
okay? And then the chunky onions. Chunky onions again because they're gonna become part of this gravy we're gonna make. So cold water, and then we're gonna pop it into the oven.
Okay.
Again, this is gonna take 2 hours, okay? But what you're left off with is this.
Ooh, do you see this, Rose? I just want to make sure you see that.
You're gonna end up
Gorgeous.
with beautiful. You're gonna have soft, delicate meat, and you're gonna have this. And this is basically your stock. And this has got so much beefy flavor in here.
Okay.
And we've reduced it down. This is concentrated, beefy brilliance, okay? So what you're gonna do now is, actually, you know what, Cole? I need that. Why didn't you tell me?
Well,
okay,
I know
so
you do now, but okay.
You're gonna take the meat that's already been browned and you're gonna put it back. Don't look at me. Don't look at what I do. Don't look at what I do. Okay.
What he says, not what he does. Okay.
So we've got our meat, right?
Yes.
Don't look at what we got our meat going. Now we're gonna glaze the meat using that stock. I want to show you how I can actually use it. So first things first, reheat the meat, get some of that fat going.
Oh, Rose, that's for you.
Okay. Just for you.
The fire in our belly.
You want that fat to come off the shorter, because shorter is very fatty. We don't heat it up, it's chewy. Hit it with a little bit of that sauce, and the longer you cook this, it's gonna become sweet, sticky, and glazed.
So the big question is, just to wrap up with Rose very quickly, is that Rose, if you are gonna make a dish like this, short rib would be your option. More importantly, this particular glaze that you'll make, can you freeze that? So can Rose freeze it and then thaw it out when ready?
You should.
Okay,
and this
good.
will last for years. Years.
Really?
Years in the freezer. Stock, ready to go. Mashed potatoes that never tasted better with a short rib stock. Rose.
Rose, thank you so much. You definitely rose to the occasion today, but we love you, part of our family here at Expresso. Thanks a lot for your support, and we hope that that little hack helped you create the gravy for the ultimate mashed potatoes. We can't wait to see, so post that up or send us a WhatsApp on 063408863. If you have any questions, send that through, and of course, get the recipe. That's for you, Rose, and of course, everybody else on expressoshow.com. Lekker, man. I know.
Your generosity can ignite a love for reading amongst our youth. Share your homegrown story. See Cadbury Story Edition packs. There's a glass and a half in everyone.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on S3. Now, I'm about to introduce you to someone because growing up, she was afraid of the limelight, but she sure came out of her shell as time went on. And we recently came across Kezia Williams on TikTok, and we couldn't wait to invite her onto Expresso show. And she's a breath of fresh air. Her silky smooth voice will certainly blow you away and make you fall in love with her. But before we get to chat to her, here's a sneak peek of her work.
Firelight in the beautiful sea. I choose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we'd become one right away. Oh, right away. At first I saw the energy of sun rays. I saw the light inside you shine bright.
I didn't want that to stop. Kezia, welcome to Expresso.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you do have a beautiful voice. You're very captivating, bubbly personality. And I think all of us want to know, where did your love for music originate? And I know your mom had a very big influence in your love for music.
She did. She was a singer and she sang to me in the womb. So when I came out, naturally, I was just like making sounds before I could walk. And then I grew up in music, and I think, but my journey really only started recently, honestly, in the last maybe 5 years. Like my true journey into music, me actually focusing on it. And it all started with maybe just in Cape Town in general, with a really close-knit group of people in the hip-hop community, like Jedi Knight, shout out to Jedi Knight, and Kamahelo Hypothetical. They were the first two people to push me out there and actually take me on gigs to perform. And there I found my confidence to perform, and social media is really, TikTok has taken I'm really thankful to the people who tune in and watch me every day, because I just love posting and engaging with everyone.
And people love soaking up your beautiful voice and everything you have to offer. Now, what would you say best describes your sound? Or are you someone that prefer stripping down covers and making it your own, or are you working on your own music too?
I am working on my own music at the moment. I love doing covers and changing them, but I am trying to branch out this year slowly. So by December, I'm going to be releasing my EP in December, hopefully. But I'm working on it at the moment. So yeah, my sound is definitely a stripped down acoustic, but I'm going to be doing a range of different genres on there, playing around with a few things, and a few things I haven't done before that I'm really excited to share with everyone. So
that is exciting. I mean, am I allowed to ask, have you got a name for the EP? Have you got any idea how many tracks you want to add to your EP?
At the moment, it's going to just be between 5 and 7 tracks. A name for the EP? No, definitely not yet, but I think it'll come. It'll come as time goes.
You know, earlier when I met Kezia, she said she actually manifested this. Just talk to me a little bit more about that, because I'm a big believer in you need to put things into the universe and manifest it.
Yes, I wasn't actually big into that, really, but this has been such an important year for me. And I do firmly believe that your mind, it's the biggest weapon, but also the biggest gift that you have, because you put anything to it and you can do it. And when you manifest things and you constantly think of it being in existence, it will happen. So it's important to be careful about what you actually think and manifest. And day in and day out, I will watch the show and just manifest being on TV. Even though I was so nervous, I really did manifest being on TV. And
now you're here.
And now I'm here.
Now you're here. And you also love your music instruments. What is it about the guitar that really just made you feel at home?
So outside of my mom influencing me through her music, being a vocalist, my father then also, he introduced me maybe to the more musical side of things by gifting me with like my very first music. And that was my first influence was really, people don't know, but I love rock and roll. Like, I really love rock and roll, old school rock and roll. So Queen being one of my influences, and Nirvana, the guitar being one of my favorite instruments, just always hearing it and wanting to play it and sing while accomplishing that was a really big goal. So guitar has always just been, because of the genre I love, rock, guitar has always just been...
It just goes hand in hand. Yeah. Well, Kezia's not going anywhere. She is on your Feel Good Breakfast show. She's going to be hanging out with us. And of course, she's going to be bringing you some beautiful performances, so stay tuned.
Oh, she is stunning. What a delight. So happy to be having her here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. It's going to be such a treat. Now, here's another treat for everyone at home, okay? Prepare to be blown into all 9 realms with the release of Marvel Studios' Thor, Love and Thunder. It's big. It's big. In it, Thor, the god of thunder, teams up with King Valkyrie.
Valkyrie, indeed.
Valkyrie. Yes. Korg, ex-girlfriend turned mighty Thor Jane Foster to take on a galactic killer known as Gore, the God Butcher. I mean, it's all the action.
It's going to be fantastic. I mean, I cannot wait to see it. Now, Expresso grants our Durban, Joburg and Cape Town viewers the opportunity to win double tickets for you and a worthy sidekick to see Thor, Love and Thunder. This will take place on Thursday, 7 July. What happened to my voice? I don't know. In Mzansi's most prestigious movie theatre, New Metro Extreme, featuring a cinematic experience like no other. Are you worthy? You'll find out soon enough. Where did I get a hammer? I know. It was in my pocket. But now it is here and I am worthy. What else do we have?
Okay, well, what's more, this is an exclusive, okay? It's an exclusive pre-release screening.
Yes.
Let's keep it safe here, okay? It includes snacks on the house. All you need to do is prove to us how you are the biggest Marvel Mania fan and tell us by answering this simple question related to Thor, Love and Thunder. If you had the power to wield Thor's mighty hammer...
Yes, Mjolnir! say, Mjolnir!
Mjolnir, that's it. How would you use it to save the world? How would you use the hammer to save the world? Let us know on our Facebook page as well as our Twitter pages, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. Remember the hashtag Expresso Show. This competition will close when?
At 12 p.m. today. And 10 winners per city will be contacted personally, so keep your phone on loud. T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. That's right. Continue, Tabby.
Okay, so be sure to check out Thor, Love and Thunder. It's out in cinemas from Thursday, and get entering today to win.
Great. Nailed it.
Hammer awaits.
Christmas comes early on Expresso as Golden Cloud and Beacon search for South Africa's best friends baking duo. You and a friend stand a chance to win the grand prize worth 50,000 Rand in the ultimate Christmas in July bake-off. To enter the challenge, create your bake with Golden Cloud and Beacon. Share your photo of the bake on the Golden Baker Search Christmas in July edition competition post on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter pages, or WhatsApp line on 063-814-2300 using hashtag Golden Baker Search. And tell us why you are SA's best baking duo and why you think your creation is the best. You could be one of the 5 finalists competing live on Expresso for the grand prize worth 50,000 Rand. The winning duo to be crowned live on Expresso this July. Brought to you by Golden Cloud and Beacon. Entries close on the 17th of July. Details and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. And yes, you saw the intro. This morning we have some serious beef cooking up. Not between us, Chef Clem and I. No, there's never beef. There's only love. But if you have any questions, Chef Clem would love to answer those just for you. All you have to do is get involved via voice note 063-408-8863 to get your hands on any of these recipes we're about to show you. Now, apparently, all right, we received a number of different questions, and this is around something so beautiful and so confusing. Now, when you have had your first interaction with chicken fried steak, you are thinking, oh, so that's chicken. Then you're thinking, but hold on, they just said steak. Is it a chicken steak? But steak means meat. So what's going on? Chef Clem explains and unpacks. Chicken fried steak. Help us.
It's super simple, right?
Yes.
It is steak, but it's prepared in a way like you would prepare fried chicken.
Ah, there we go.
That's it. That's it. But what I love about this recipe is that you end up using minute steaks or tenderized steaks for it.
All right.
And I love that because I feel like they get a bad rap because people don't always look at them, I'm going to have a steak dinner tonight, let me grab this.
Yes.
But they are magic in other ways. I'm going to show you real quick because I love this recipe. It's already been tenderized, so you don't have to worry about like chewing, all this stuff. It's super tender, but we're gonna make it even more tender, and we're gonna get more bang for our buck with this. Literally bang.
This is a very dangerous recipe because you know, like I've tried this before, and what you find is that if you mess up the steak, the bite takes the coating off.
Right.
So
absolutely.
I'm hoping that you can guide us over here and give us the best way to do it. So we get the tender steak. So when you have the bite, you bite through coating, you bite through the steak, and you can actually see the bite mark in it.
At the same time, it's not separate because that's the worst thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna literally beat the flavor into the meat.
Okay, let's.
Okay. So I've got some steak and chop seasoning, and I love this one from Woolies because then I don't have to use salt because the salt's in there already.
Done.
So I'm not just adding seasoning, or not just adding saltiness to the food. I'm adding layers of flavor. So get that down.
Beat that in. So you're tenderizing with spice.
You know,
so it's weird though. Every groove you make, which is great. Every step you take, I'll be watching you. Yeah.
He's
like
on fire.
No, it sounded like it just sounded like a song.
Okay, cool.
Made sense. Thank you, Sting. Yes.
Love it. Season at the bottom, season on top, cover up. Carl, you can do this one.
Can I do it?
Okay. You don't have to say it out loud, but in your mind, you can think about these frustrations in life that are just like getting on your nerves.
Can I go for it?
You can. Go for it. Here we go.
All right, this is for you, by the way. Petrol price, petrol price, petrol price, petrol price, petrol price, petrol price, petrol price.
Eskom. Then, I love it. I love it. There we go. Pass back to me.
Thank you.
Over. Tag me in. Just joking.
Hold on, I just blacked out. What happened?
No, it's fine. It's okay. Everything's okay. So what you're gonna do is, and you can be very vigorous with it. It's totally fine. It's okay. It's not gonna break. So the longer you actually do this, the more you're gonna spread the meat out. I'm shouting now because I know you can't hear me, but this is all you gotta do. Okay. And you can take it quite far. You can actually spread this thing out like crazy, like surface area. So take your time.
Okay.
And again, like I said, you can turn one of these steaks into a steak that's big enough to feed 2 people. And I love that hack. I love that hack. Okay, so once you've...
I'm loving the spice that you added to you know, your sort of cling wrap, because what happens is that now you peel that off and you've literally got properly spiced meat. You don't have to wait for it, you have to roll it around. It's all in the meat.
All in there.
It's just so cool.
When you tenderize those, you'll use the same plastic again. Don't be tearing off more sheets of plastic. Just use that. You're perfectly fine with it. So, the thing about chicken fried steak is you got to season every single layer, everywhere you go.
All right.
So what I've got a little bit of, you can't see it now, but I got a little hot sauce in the egg, and I've just kind of like beaten it a little bit. Then to the flour, I'm gonna hit it with some more of that steak and chop seasoning.
So more flavor going in.
More flavor. And I'm telling you can tell the difference. If you bite into a crumb that's on a chicken fried steak and it hasn't been seasoned, it's like biting into like an unseasoned biscuit. It's not good.
But even the meat itself, if your meat hasn't been seasoned properly and you bite into that and the coating's well seasoned, you can actually taste. Because as you get chewing, suddenly the seasoning kind of like dissipates because you're chewing the meat.
Exactly.
So that's not the best idea. Look how beautiful. And I feel like the beating also helped coat, like the coating process, because now all the natural sort of fats that you've beaten out are like coming to the surface.
Exactly.
And it's making it pliable, which is gorgeous.
There we go.
All right.
Into the dry first. And that's
dry first.
Dry first. That's going to create that bit of like adhesive for the I nearly said baby chicken. For the egg to stick onto it, okay? And then you flip it over, and at this point, you really want to make sure you get like the egg on every little bit of the steak. Get some of that excess off, but not too much. You know what happens? If you keep some of that egg on there and you put it in the flour, it creates these little knobbly, floury bits, but it's been seasoned, so it's so good, it's so delicious.
And we're going back in.
Back in,
Double dredge, baby. Let's go.
What you're going to do now is turn it over, and you just little sprinkle over the top. What I always do, anytime you bread anything, anything, you let it sit for 5 minutes. what happens is the moisture that we've got in the egg and the moisture from the steak gets absorbed by the flour, and that forms that solid crust. Then, when you fry it, it all sticks together as one. So keep in mind, at home, I want you to let this rest for 5 minutes while you preheat your oil. To check your oil, to do a little over the you see the way the flour just dances over the oil?
Yes.
You're good. It's not screaming at you, because you don't want to be putting it into the pan while it's screaming at you. Get that down.
So we've got beating, we've got dancing. I feel like it actually is a dance.
It is a dance.
And then once we've done that, we've cooked that down. Of course, we just wait until it's beautiful and crisp on either side, and then you serve with your choices.
You're done. It's so quick. What I also do is when I'm making a lot of this for the family, I keep them warm in the oven, and then serve it up with Willie's frozen mashed potatoes. Don't be making mashed potatoes during the week. Use the frozen one. And then the Willie's fresh mushroom sauce.
Oh, stop it. Okay, whoa. Now we just got to it. That's very sexy.
Can I just say, look at the food. Okay, so we made the oxtail stew.
Yeah, wrap it up for us, yes.
We got the short rib, the sweet sticky short rib on rice. We got the chicken fried steak on mash with the mushrooms. I'm telling you, this is one of the most delicious hotlines we've had in a very long time.
I'm salivating, and if you want to get any of these recipes and you want to forget about anything, including the petrol price or load shedding, I suggest you try these recipes and make sure that your family is escaped and enjoying the food that you've made in your particular home. So thank you so much, Chef Clem. You've been amazing.
No,
you really
are just...
Yes. We'll be back with another edition of Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting. Very soon. Stick around to Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's now 7 o'clock. Let's look at your national headlines. The NPA and Hawks say the alleged architects of state capture will be arrested by the end of September. They have pledged to go after all the people implicated by the Zondo Commission. Dedicated teams have been assembled to probe those implicated. The alleged architects of state capture, including influential people and private sector actors, are expected to be arrested and have cases enrolled by the end of September, the NPA and Hawks said yesterday. Thus far, 65 accused persons have appeared in court on alleged state capture crimes. And staying with local news, the National Union of Metal Works of South Africa, NUMSA, said yesterday it had received a mandate from its members to accept Eskom's wage proposal. The agreement would apply from the 1st of July 2022 until the 30th of June 2023 to all permanent bargaining unit employees employed at Eskom. The salary increase is 7% across the board. NUMSA said Eskom had agreed to reinstate the changes to conditions of service, which existed at the 30th of June 2021, with effect from the 1st of July 2022. Now, moving to news abroad, NATO yesterday kicked off momentous accession procedures for Sweden and Finland, aiming to expand the military alliance to 32 countries in reaction to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. It is an historic day for Finland, for Sweden, for NATO, and for Euro-Atlantic security, NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg said after protocols were signed, launching the required ratification process in the alliance countries. Now, standing alongside Stoltenberg, the foreign ministers of Sweden and Finland also qualified the occasion as historic. Staying with news abroad, Italian President Sergio Mattarella has been in Mozambique to boost relations as the country looks for ways to cut its reliance on Russian gas. This is being done via Italian oil giant Eni. Speaking at the presidential palace in the capital, Maputo, Mattarella said collaborations with Eni was important and he hoped it could spread to other Italian firms as well. Following the war in Ukraine, Italy has brought down Russian gas imports from 40% to some 25% following deals with Algeria, Egypt, Libya, and other African countries. And staying with news abroad, a Boston woman in the US has worked on planes for 65 years, was named the world's longest-serving flight attendant by Guinness World Records. Betty Nash, 86, started working as a flight attendant in 1957 for Eastern Airlines and continued to this day at American Airlines without any lapse in employment, Guinness World Records confirmed. Nash said she had spent most of her career working on the New York, Boston, Washington shuttle because it allowed her to return home at night to care for her son who has disabilities. Having been a mainstay for 6.5 decades, Nash has come to be recognized by and is a favorite among frequent flyers. To quote one flyer, she says, "I fly hundreds of thousands of miles a year, but these are always my best flights when Betty is on the plane." That's according to a passenger. In 2017, she already celebrated her 60th anniversary at American Airlines. Now here's someone who loves her job. We certainly salute you, Betty Nash, for your loyalty and dedication. Well, that's your 7 a.m. headlines. Let's take another look at your sport.
Thanks a lot, Zozo. Let's take a peek at your sporting action for the morning. Springbok coach Jacques Nienaber has made wholesale changes to his team for Saturday's second test against Wales. That'll be in Bloemfontein, and Nienaber has picked 2 uncapped players, winger Kurtley Arendse and number 8 Evan Ruas in his starting 15. And there are a further 4 newcomers on the bench. The uncapped players on the bench are prop Tutuko Kunu, as well as lock Ruan Norkia, utility forward Dion Fourie, and scrum half Grant Williams. Only 4 players from last week's matchday squad have retained their places. Experienced lock Irman Etzebeth, who will earn his 99th cap for South Africa, is the only starter from that group, while hooker Malcolm Marx, prop Vincent Koch, and utility back Damien Willemse have been included on the bench. Elsewhere, the experienced Henry Pollard replaces Alton Jantjies at fly half and also takes over the captaincy from regular skipper Siya Kolisi. Onto your cricket action. Now, England completed a record chase of 378 to beat India in rapid time on the final morning of the 5th test at Edgbaston. Centuries from Joe Root and Johnny Bairstow took England to their highest successful pursuit in test cricket and the 9th largest in history of the game, needing another 119 from their overnight 259 for 3. Root and Bairstow coasted with incredible ease, taking England to a memorable 7-wicket win. Bairstow's 140 not out was his 2nd century of the match, while Root ended unbeaten on 142 in an unbroken partnership of 269. The winner ensures a series that was postponed last summer is drawn 2-2, and their next series is with South Africa in August. Now on to tennis action. Defending champion Novak Djokovic battled back from 2 sets to love, down to beat Jannik Sinner and reach his 11th Wimbledon semi-final. Djokovic triumphed 5-7, 2-6, 6-3, 6-2 and 6-2, and will face Britain's Cameron Norrie for a place in Sunday's final. It was the 7th time in the Serb's career that he had recovered from 2 sets to love at the Slams, and Norrie reached his first Grand Slam semi-final when he twice came back from behind to beat unseeded Belgian David Goffin 3-6, 7-5, 2-6, 6-3 and 7-5. Incredible to set up a dream meeting with Djokovic. In the women's draw, Ons Jabeur became the first Arab woman to reach the semi-final of a Grand Slam, setting up a meeting with Tatiana Maria. Jabeur powered to a 3-6, 6-1 and 6-1 win over Marie Boshkova, while Maria beat Jules Niemeyer 4-6, 6-2 and 7-5. And wrapping with football, Christophe Galtier has been named Paris Saint-Germain manager immediately after the departure of Mauricio Pochettino. And Galtier has signed a 2-year deal until the summer of 2024. He left Nice last month after guiding them to 5th in the Ligue 1 and a runner-up finish in the French Cup last season. The 55-year-old who led Lille to the Ligue 1 title in 2021 is PSG's 7th coach since the Qatari takeover of the club in 2011. Pochettino leaves PSG after just 18 months in charge, having guided them to a record-equaling 10th French title last season. That's a wrap for now. Another sporting update coming up for you in 1 hour on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Over to Uncle Tabsy Wabsy with some traffic and weather.
Thank you very much, Wasty. Time for us to take a first look at your roads this morning and see what the action's looking like over there. Starting off in Gauteng, Midrand, there is a stationary vehicle. That's a bus, in fact, on the N1 southbound. That's before New Road. The left lane is currently blocked, so please do approach that area with caution. If you find yourself still in Gauteng, Malberton on the N12 westbound, there is a stationary vehicle. That's after Kliprivier Drive. It's obstructing the left lane, so please keep a lookout for that. In the Western Cape, Milnerton on the N7 northbound, there is congestion between Bosmansdam Road as well as Potsdam, and the travelling average speed at the moment is 5 kilometers per hour with delays up to 25 minutes. So please allow enough travel time this morning and be patient on the roads. That's where we leave it for now. The next update in just over an hour. Let's take a look at your weather. And now a look at your weather. First, we start off with an update on the Nelson Mandela Bay. Now, we know that the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro in the Eastern Cape says that the water crisis in the city is an emergency that requires urgent intervention from all stakeholders. A strict water-saving regime has been implemented as the effects of climate change are being felt in the province, and the Metro says that the Impofu Dam has run out of water. Some residents say that for them, day zero has dawned, as there are people who are already reliant on water trucks. Meanwhile, Water and Sanitization Minister Senzo Mchunu has given the Metro until the end of this week to repair all of the leaks over there. And the Metro's Water and Distribution Manager, Joseph Tsatsire, says that there's simply just not enough water. And he said, I quote, "We are looking at plus minus 10 days left as we speak. We are installing what we call budgets of floating pumps in 2 of our dams, the Impofu as well as the Churchill Dam. This means that we will be able to pave a way to gain access to dead water, that is water below the extraction point in the dam." Oh, we wish them all of the best out there at the Nelson Mandela Bay. Of course, you are in our thoughts and in our prayers as you go through this really difficult time with your water situation. And now we turn our focus over to some beautiful sunrise images. Thank you very much to Karen, who sent in this calm picture. Very calm, very still sunrise above Durban Beach. Look at that. Look at how peaceful that looks. We also got one from Cherie Ludick, who sent us this beautiful autumn morning with the sun's glow, highlighting the naked branches in the distance. We also got another one. Look at this one from John that came through a view from his home out in Roodepoort as the sun lights up Lion's Head this morning. And finally, Louise sent us her view this morning out in Mayberry Park, out in Alberton. Look at that one. Those violet hues scattered across the morning clouds. Love to see it. Thank you very much for those pictures. We do it again in just over an hour. Please do get yours through to us on our WhatsApp line 063 408 8863. And now a look at your temperatures across the country. Polokwane, sunny times for you. 7 is your low. Your high today is 23. If you're out in Mbombela, a minimum of 12 and a maximum of 30. Pretoria, that's for you, the capital city. You will start off today at a low of 8. You will reach highs of 21, with Johannesburg coming in at 6 and 20. Mahikeng, sunny times 3. That's your low, reaching highs of 23. Klerksdorp, sunny times for you as well, 1 and 22. Kimberley, 2, reaching a maximum of 17, with Bloemfontein coming in at -2, reaching a maximum of 18. Sun and clouds are expected out in Richards Bay today, 13, your minimum, reaching a maximum of 22, with Pietermaritzburg at 7 and 20. Durban, 14 and 21. Mthatha comes in at 5 and 19, with East London starting off at 11 and peaking at 19 degrees today. Craddock 3 and 18, Gqeberha sun and clouds 10, reaching a high of 19, with George at 8, peaking at 18 degrees. The mother city, Cape Town, sun and clouds are expected, 9, reaching a high of 16, with sun out in Worcester 4 and 21. Sutherland 1 and 14. Uppington starts off at 3 and reaches highs of 20 degrees today. And that's what it's looking like across the country, hopefully setting you up for a beautiful, beautiful feel-good Tupper Wednesday.
Thanks, Uncle Tabsy. Now, earlier Zoe asked you to help her choose between 2 pairs of chinos. Option 1 was a trendy khaki chino pants that can be worn with neutrals. And then option 2 was classic black chinos for a timeless and sophisticated look as well. And let's take a look at what you had to say as to which one she should go for. Let's take a peek. So, first and foremost, Almarie Morris, black. Jasmine, definitely black. You got Zelandia saying, number 2, black goes with everything. I agree with that completely. So many more coming through, including Colleen saying, with shoes, she's wearing black. Sandra Williams, black. Letitia, number 2, black, of course. Glynis, option 1, that's a bit different, which is always great. I feel like we can confirm, because I only showed you a fraction of the comments. Everybody was just saying, go with black. It goes with everything. More importantly, it goes with Zoe Brown. So here she comes. The black chinos. This is the one that is won. It is exceptional, sensational. Chinos are smart casual, essential wear, of course. You can wear it with anything pretty much, and you can shop yours now at Woolworths. It's available in-store, online, or on the app. It's entirely up to you. Check that out. The great thing is I'm also wearing black chinos. So
look at us.
That's right.
Matchy, matchy.
2 pair of us, eh? Like cappuccinos in the morning.
Oh, I'll be the kappa.
I'll be the chinos. Look at that. Fantastic. Good choice. See it again soon.
Thank you.
Take lashes higher. New Revlon Eyes Wide Open Mascara. The curved brush volumizes and lifts lashes vertically for a wide-eyed lash look. Hemp seed oil conditions for healthy-looking lashes. Go higher. New Revlon Eyes Wide Open Mascara.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on S3. I mean, I would love to be at the beach right now, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. So in addition to bringing all of the happenings around the Bolito Pro throughout the week, we are also giving some insights into the local surfing contingent at the competition.
That's right. This morning, we are finding out more about Cape Town local and 13th ranked surfer in the qualifying series, Danielle Powers.
So I'm Danielle Powers. I've competed at the Bolito Pro as a QS event twice, but this is the first time as a Challenger series. So I remember the first time I surfed, stood up on a wave. It was at Muizenberg. My brother pushed me into a wave, and I managed to stand up on my very first wave. But then as I did, I felt this horrible pain on my ankle, and there was a blue bottle wrapped around my whole ankle, and it was just horrid. I went to a hospital and everything, and that was when I was 8. So the best wave I've ever surfed is actually a local spot in George Vic Bay, Victoria Bay. It's an amazing little right-hander with a beautiful campsite. Proudest moment was probably when I was under 16. Surfed the Roxy Surf Jam in Muizenberg and won it after a really hard time at home and with my family and with sponsors. And I managed to win that event straight after that, so that was probably my best moment. My worst surfing injury I've ever had was getting smashed into the pier in Durban at New Pier. I tried to duck dive a wave, it threw me over. I managed to crouch and get my knee up, and it hit the side of the pier where the barnacles all cut me, and yeah. So I'm going to compete against one of my idols in this event for the very first time as Joanne Defay, and I'm in round 1 with her. So I think surfing in the next 5 years is going to be probably close to the Premier League of football kind of thing. It's progressing so much, and to have 2 events in South Africa big events is pretty amazing.
Oh, I look at these pros and I wish I had started surfing earlier.
It is so cool to watch people like that share the stoke. And of course, there are many more people who are waiting, standing by, willing to share at the Bolito Pro. We are crossing the Ryle out at the Bolito Pro for the first time this morning as we get ready for another action-packed day from Woolard Beach.
That's right. And before we do anything else from there, though, let's get some insight into what the competition is like in those conditions.
What? Hey, yes, you are here. We are live. We are back at Woolard Beach once again. Good morning, you beautiful souls. And take a deep breath with me. Let's take all this magic in right now because it's another day out here at the Bolito Pro. It's the Challenger Series. It's already going on. And of course, we are about to tune in with the legend one. It's Tasha Mentasti to give us everything when it comes to the surf report. Tasha, how are you doing this morning?
Good morning. Yeah, I'm happy. We didn't have the beautiful sunrise that we experienced, but we can chat about it and let the viewers know why.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my woolies on. It's a little bit chillier this morning as opposed to the last few days. Yesterday, though, we saw some incredible surf conditions. I saw some great riding waves. What happened yesterday? Just to recap on some of the results. And did any of the Saffers come through?
Oh, you know it. We've actually had a really good run with the South Africans. We did have some South Africans advance through. For us, it was the wild card, Nate Colby, the youngster, 16 years old, advancing through. And then we also saw Aiden Mason-Camp, the defending champion from the Bolito Pro 2021, advancing through. So it's been great. We've seen some ladies get through. Zoe Stain, the South African, Sarah Baum as well. So it's going to be another good day of surfing.
Oh, I can't wait. And I'm just looking at you now. Your hair is elegantly blowing in the wind. It looks like obviously that means the conditions are changing, right? Wind direction a little bit different to yesterday. And from what I'm looking at when it comes to the waves, the wave itself doesn't look the same as yesterday. What's going on in the ocean today?
Yeah, good point. Well, today we also, because we don't have the sunrise, we've got this big cold front that hit Cape Town over the weekend.
Oh, so Cape Town's cold front has arrived in Durban.
It's finally arrived, almost like a day late. And with that, usually we get much bigger swell. We don't have that on offer, unfortunately. We've got a slightly different surface area. You can see it's a little bit more bumpy.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, look, it's going to be a good day of surfing because we've got some of the best in the world that are here at the Bolito Pro. But it is going to be testing because we don't have the big ground swell that we needed. It's almost like a wind swell that's happened. And what that means is inconsistent sets, so inconsistent bigger waves.
Okay.
And ideally, the surfers are looking for the biggest and or best waves to get that scoring potential.
All right, so if there ever was a challenge, then these are the guys that are up for it. In terms of the scoring, though, I saw yesterday there was a big score. I think one of the top riders got a 7.6 or something crazy like that. What kind of score are you expecting to get on a wave like this? Because it definitely seems like far bigger challenge to create a great line out of this, right?
Yeah, so we actually, a 7.83 or 7.6 falls in the good scale. We still can jump into the excellent scale, which is anything over 8 points. We have yet to see that. And I think the judges are holding it down, knowing what the quality of surfers are that are here.
Yeah.
So yes, should we get some good scores today? Absolutely. If we get an excellent score, that's going to be like the surfer of the day and someone that was really in rhythm with the ocean, finding the best waves out there, and then also doing the best performance on those wave faces.
I think everybody out here is going to be chasing to become that person. So what can we expect from today? Obviously, you mentioned that the girls finished up some of their heats yesterday. They're going to be carrying on with that today, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Anyone else that we should be looking out for, and what else can we expect from it?
So we've got another full day of surfing. We did 10 heats of the women yesterday. There were 16 heats in that first round. So we've got 6 more heats of ladies. We go straight into round 2 of men's. It's a super cutthroat round. It's a big round. We have South Africans in it, and we've got some South African ladies surfing today as well. So, yeah, show your support. You can link into it as well. There's a live feed showcasing absolutely everything. And with the men, we've got our South African champion, local boy Shane Sykes, coming up in round 2. We've got our defending 2021 Bolito Pro champion, Aiden Mason-Camp. And then we've got the 2 juniors that we didn't expect to see in round 2, Luke Thompson and Nate Colby, South African junior team members. Luke Thompson winning a bronze medal recently, so he's come home feeling confident and he's looking really good. So I'm excited to see what our South Africans can do.
You're getting me absolutely hyped, and I'm feeling a little bit of the pressure because the way I understand it, one wave could be the make or break in your tournament, and this could send you home or not. So there's a lot riding on today, obviously, for everybody that's coming through. And for you, Mzansi, make sure that if you are out here in Bolito, come through to Willard Beach. It's going to be another spectacular day. It's a little bit cloudy, but I'm telling you now, it's not actually as cold as it looks, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be a little bit chillier, but I'm feeling the vibes. I think this is going to be another brilliant day. Of course, the festivities are going to be carrying on, and we're going to be coming at you once again. We've got Pilates on the way and a lot more other action. We'll see you soon, Mzansi. Thank you, Tash.
Thanks, Riley. Certainly make or break today. All of those festivities and all of that action. We can't wait to be catching it all here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, we move from Durban and we're going elsewhere in the world. Oh, yes. We're traveling the world with Tastic Rices of the world in the comfort of your own kitchen. Now, our next destination, you may be wondering, ciao, 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 bella. Gorgeous Italy that draws travelers keen on exploring stunning scenery, unique culture, and rich cuisine. The beautiful Mediterranean offers countless must-eat foods. And what is a trip to Italy without a warm bowl of comforting risotto? It doesn't exist, okay? Now, the creamy, luxurious texture of a good risotto comes down to, using the right kind of rice. Now, Tastic Risotto rice will make anyone think that your dish actually came straight out of Italy and the lazy Makoti actually brought it with her, okay? And she is here in the kitchen this morning to show us how she likes her risotto. Hopefully we all fall in love with it too. Lazy Makoti.
Yes,
welcome back.
Thank you.
I am loving this. I love that we are exploring the world and we're getting all of these tastes and all of these flavors and all of these combinations of the world so beautifully.
You know what? With Tastic, it really is where to tonight.
Yo.
You get to travel on a plate and, really feel like you're elsewhere. And today we are going to be in Italy with Tastic's risotto rice.
This is a classic, of course, for the Italians. This is really like such a staple. You can't go to Italy and not have the risotto. But I want to see how you are giving it a nice twist and bringing it to our homes and our kitchens today.
Absolutely. We're making it easy.
Yeah.
We're making it absolutely delicious, creamy, and so comforting. I mean, with the weather that we're having now,
this
is the thing you want to have.
We want it and we want it now. Okay, so you've got your onions going there. You are sauteing your onions. What is that you're putting in there?
So I'm adding in my garlic for just that extra bit of flavor.
Yep.
I'm just frying these onions, letting them go, getting them caramelized, and then I'm going to add the star, Tastic
it
risotto.
goes in straight away, right? That you want to make sure that it becomes part of the cooking journey and of the flavor journey from the beginning. I love that. Okay, now, Tastic Rices of the World risotto rice is a high-quality medium grain rice with a high level of starch. Now, this plum grain is ideal for risottos, as it cooks to a gentle creaminess, which is what we are looking for with this recipe. But the nice thing about it is that it does retain a perfect al dente center, okay? I heard that word a number of times from various chefs using that. The high, the higher the quality, of course, the more liquid it is able to absorb, which is really great. Now, it can also be up to 4 times its original volume. Now, that is value, okay? If you're feeding a nice big family or a nice a set of guests coming through to your house, this would be perfect. Now, to get the recipe, we've made this super, super simple for you. Go on to expressoshow.com.
And then now I'm adding in that stock. Again, this rice just absorbs all of that flavor, all of that liquid. It's going to be nice and super creamy.
And it absorbs it so quickly as well, right? So you're not sitting there trying to figure out what to do next and trying to stare and add some more. No, it does that very, very quickly. It kind of works with you in the process.
That is one of my other favorite things, that it's so fail-proof. I mean, no one's going to mess this up.
So you can't get it wrong with this particular one.
Cannot.
I saw you throw in some of this in your pan. What is this, Lazy Makoti?
So this is rice wine vinegar that we just diluted with a little bit of water. So instead of using wine, we're using that. And we diluted it because it's slightly more acidic than actual white wine. So you can use either. So this dish, you can substitute as you want. Absolutely. And I love that we're making a spinach and butternut one.
Which I'm guessing is my job here today. So what do you want me to do?
So I'm still going gonna go in with a little bit more of that liquid. Just allow that rice to keep absorbing until it's nice and cooked, but like you said, still al dente.
Yes.
And then we're gonna add in our spinach and our roasted butternut.
So that goes in right at the end?
Yes, almost right at the end, so you can make it meat-free, so everybody can enjoy it. If you wanna add meat, you absolutely can.
When would it be most ideal to serve a dish like this?
Oh my goodness, anytime. I could actually have this
like
for
an
breakfast.
anytime type
If we're
of-
being honest, with the weather that we're having, I could absolutely have this for lunch, breakfast, whenever. But dinner is perfect. Can you imagine having this bowl
for dinner,
and then
it
going
just
to bed?
hugs you from the inside. I love that. Okay, now listen, something else that's gonna make you want to hug all of us here from the inside and out, okay, is that you stand the chance to win big with hashtag Where To Tonight by Tastic Rice. Stand the chance to win one of 2 Tastic Rices of the world's weekly hampers. They're big hampers. They're valued at 5,000 Rand. What you need to do is go and reply to the competition post on our Expresso Facebook as well as Twitter and Instagram pages. Tell us which countries have inspired the Tastic Rices of the World range. Okay? Can you remember the countries? Let us know. Don't forget to include that hashtag Where To Tonight with Tastic, and the T's and C's, you can find them on expressoshow.com. So that's coming nicely. Smells so good, and that's what the final product looks like.
Yes. So that's what it looks like after we've added in our spinach. So you just basically add that at the end, allow it to wilt. That roasted butternut flavor going perfectly with that creaminess of that risotto. I mean, perfect.
And you are good to go. Expressoshow.com. Go get your hands on the recipe.
All I am is just a grain of rice, right? No, I am the spirit of Ubuntu, wherever needed. I am more than just rice. I am Tastic.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. As your natural journey unfolds, let our products naturally assist you. Salome, your journey matters. Available at pharmacies nationwide.
Well, it is time to talk women's health, and just like menstrual cycles change, so do the products that supply relief during a woman's period. Now, having insight into brands that assist with comfortability during menstruation, it is extremely vital, especially when they contribute to good menstrual health. Now, joining us in studio to discuss menstrual health and Salome's incredible range is Head of Marketing, Relebogile Modiga. She's joining us in studio and looking absolutely fabulous.
Thank you so much.
It's great to have you here. We were talking about, having these conversations over and over because there's always something new to learn, and there's always a young girl watching us and learning something new, especially given that it's school holidays.
Yes.
Now, Lebo, why is women's health, especially menstrual health, so important to you?
Zoe, firstly, thank you for having me today. Menstrual health is something that we go through from the time we're about 12, 13, now even younger, all the way to the time we go into menopause. So for more than 30 years of our lives, we go through a monthly routine of periods. And we need to make sure that women, when they go through it, they're comfortable and it doesn't stop their everyday routine, be it school or work or extramurals. So for us as the Salome range, that's why menstrual health is important for us.
And it is important because not every girl is the same. Some girls have it very light, some people have it extremely heavy and painful. Mm-hmm. And I know that Salome's got a wide range of products here. Can you talk us through some of these, especially the ones that are geared towards PMS and just making those who experience heavy periods and pains just to offer them that relief?
Yeah. So there is a misconception that PMS or premenstrual syndrome is in our heads, especially men will say, oh, that one.
Yeah,
she's being
PMSing.
Exactly, she's PMSing. But PMS is real and it affects a lot of women on a monthly basis. So the Salome range has produced products called Salome Premens, and that helps with the PMS symptoms. So the women that feel moody or have cravings during before their cycle or gain some weight, then Salome PMS is for them. And then we also have Salome menstrual pain. A lot of women live through pain. Before their period, during the first couple of days of their period. So we have Salome menstrual pain, which helps with the cramps, it helps with the pain, and it helps them just be comfortable during their period so that they can just go about their normal days. We also have Salome heavy menstrual bleeding for the women that bleed a lot. So if you're going through one or more tampons every hour or two, or you're waking up in the middle of the night to change your product, then it means that you have heavy bleeding, and Salome heavy menstrual bleeding can help you.
And it just shows you that those things aren't normal. There are products and things available to help you when you have a heavy flow or that pain. And so many people don't realize that pain, there's options. You don't have to live through that pain. Yeah. Now, you mentioned naturalness. Can you give us some insight as to what that is?
Yeah. The thing is, in the era that we're living in, more and more women want more natural products, products that their bodies are gonna process much easier. And that's what 360 had in mind when they developed the Salome range. So the active ingredient or the main product in the Salome range are made from herbal extracts. So meaning it's products from Mother Nature that have been used for generations and generations, and we've just made it easier and put it in a capsule format so that people can have access to it.
I was actually thinking about this earlier when you were talking about women that experience those PMS symptoms. Is this something they drink just during their period or throughout?
Yeah, so it's something that you drink when you're experiencing the symptoms for all our products. So the Salome Premens, usually you get PMS before the onset of the period, so you drink it during that period. Salome menstrual pain, the same thing. When you're experiencing the pain, you take it for that period, and the same goes with Salome heavy menstrual bleeding.
Amazing. And what makes Salome the trusted brand to go to?
The products have a lot of clinical data. which is important for us to make sure that it works the way we say it will work for what we say it will work for. And for that reason, the Salome range becomes very trusted. And we get a lot of people coming back with, you know, a lot of testimonials saying, oh, I bought my girlfriend Salome menstrual pain because I saw her experiencing the pain, and now she is literally pain-free during her period. So our brands are based on clinical data, well-researched, to make women comfortable and to go about their normal life without experiencing pain during menstrual cycles.
Oh, Lebo, thank you for joining us today and for, you know, just giving some insight and really just understanding which product is used for you and which one is great to use during, if you're experiencing any of the symptoms of your menstrual cycle, because we are all different and we need to be aware of what is out there. And with Salome, your journey matters.
On a monthly basis, all of us powerful, fierce women deal with our menstrual cycle. But why let it affect our lives?
Anywhere I go, anywhere I be.
As your natural journey unfolds, let our products naturally assist you. Live your full unfiltered life with the Salome range for PMS, menstrual pain, and heavy menstrual bleeding. Salome, your journey matters.
Available at pharmacies nationwide.
Let's take it back to the beach. Raul is at Willow Beach for the Bolito Pro with someone who is giving Pilates classes on the beach throughout the week. Let's take a quick peek at how Raul is getting the stretches he needs all the way out in Durban. Let's take a peek.
Yes, you beautiful souls, and thank you so much, Carl. We are back out here at this beautiful vantage point looking above Willard Beach, and we are about to get our fitness on. As you can see, I'm here with a gorgeous soul right now that's going to take us through Pilates, and Pilates is so crucial. It gives you strength, it gives you mobility, it works on your posture, and it is so much fun, all while potentially also burning calories. Now, it's perfect for rehabilitation as well as prehab, so I'm going to hand over to the specialist right now. We've got Tash Barnard in the building. She's got the greatest energy for this, and I'm so excited because we were talking off camera about how useful this actually is for the body. So Tash, I'm going to take it away and lead it over to you because you're the specialist and I'm so pumped for this. What are we going to be doing?
Amazing. Thank you, Raul. You have given us such a great intro. Oh my gosh. So I'm super pumped to educate our country, our people, about posture. So we all know what a slop chip is. Can you show me what a slop chip is?
Is this a slop chip? Slop chip engage?
Yeah, that looks terrible. No one is inspired by a slop chip. Show us a crispy chip posture. Oh, that is it. So we arrive with a posture of purpose, South Africa.
Let's do it. All right. So how do we get into this? What are we doing?
So let's first just grab a moment and center ourselves.
Right.
If you want to join us, go ahead and just arrive in this beautiful upright crispy chip posture.
I love it. Okay.
Take a deep breath through your nose, Raul, and just breathe out all the stress, all the tension. Find your center. Let's do that twice more. Inhale. Breathing out. Exhale. Feel your body as you just bring your body and mind into the space. One more. Inhale, inhale, inhale. This time, engage your abdominals, draw that belly button towards your spine, and now we're going to move your spine. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale, lower your chin in towards your chest. Move and roll your body forward. Bend your knees so you don't add unnecessary strain to your body. Relax there. Oh, have this moment and appreciate the sea behind you, Raul. Inhale. And then exhale, move and roll your body back up, moving nice and free through that spine. And arrive with your crispy chip posture. Let's do that again. Inhale.
Feeling like a crispy chip already, and I'm definitely feeling the spine start to loosen up.
Yes,
I feel that stiffness working out. I love this.
Amazing. Let's
All right.
go again.
All right. Crispy
Inhale.
chip engage.
Crispy chip, exactly. Exhale, lower your head, roll forward. Keep your knees bent. See if you can keep your toes forward. So we work a lot on alignment at the same time. And hang here and enjoy that stretch. Do you feel your hamstring stretching?
Oh, the entire posterior chain, the calves, the hamstring, the glutes, all waking up very stiff after last night. But this is perfect, invigorating the body. It's almost kind of waking me up.
Oh, let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your abdominals into your back. Roll up. Roll up, roll up. So let's extend your hands in front of you. Interlace your fingers for me. Stretch and press those computer fingers out.
I know a lot of people that can benefit from this one, definitely.
Then go and swap the hands around. This is like a little brain teaser. And extend and stretch and enjoy. Enjoy the freedom in your body, guys. Let's take the hands behind the head. Keep your chin up, keep your posture engaged. Take a breath, inhale, and then tilt your body over towards the ocean and enjoy that side stretch here, moving your body into that lateral tilt. Great.
Feel the lats, the obliques, everything waking up, stretching
So
out.
hold it there, extend your arms, get those lats to stretch even more. Stretch your arms over your head. Yeah. Amazing.
There we go. The body is coming alive.
Oh, I love it. Come back to the center. Let's keep the balance and we go over, hands behind your head. Over to the left side. Let's go, let's go. Keep your chin up. Think of your posture even within movement. Extend the arms over. Oh, yes. I love the breathing, Raul. I love the breathing. Hands back.
Listen, Tash, this is
And
absolutely
relax.
incredible. I know we're just standing, we're just getting into it. And Mzazi, don't go anywhere because we are going to be doing another round in just a bit. But just from that already, I know you've enjoyed this. We're waking up the body, we're bringing back an invigoration. And with the sea and the ocean music behind us, I mean, come on, what's not to love about this? Don't go anywhere, we're going to be back with the round 2. And get your workout gear on. We'll see you soon.
We are business owners working with business owners. Cash Flow Capital, business funding that works for you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso live on S3, and Raul was put through his paces earlier with Tasha Barnard, and of course they are back for yet another round, so feel free to join in and feel that feel good from Durban.
Yes, welcome back, Mzansi. We are still at it over here in Willard Beach, and what a beautiful location to get your flow on. Now, Tash Barnard is going to be taking us through something special. Once again, if you were here for round 1, then I know how alive your body's feeling, and we're going to carry on invigorating the soul. What are we doing next?
Okay, so we're going to get into working our legs. I've got 2 options for you. I've got a beginner level, and then for those who are feeling a little bit more that they need the challenge.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with the basics.
Let's
You're going
get
to
into
step
it.
your right leg forward.
Okay.
Into a nice wide lunge. You can lift your back heel up, get those calves working.
Okay.
Then bend the front knee for me, bend, bend, bend. And interlace your hands behind your head. Now remember, we want that crispy chip posture. So eye line up, be intentional. This is the beginners, they're gonna stay here. Let's go into the more advanced movement. Raul, you and I are going to lift the back leg off the floor. So your option 1 is to stay down. I'll be there, you stay here. And then we're going to pulse. Everyone, let's go down. 5 little pulses. Woo. You want to feel your right glute working as a little stabilizer.
Yes. Glute is
3
coming
more.
alive.
I love the shaking in this body. That tells me you've got good body awareness. 2 more. Woo. And 1. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Tummy up, tummy up. And
Tash just broke me a lot harder than it is. Obviously, I've got a little bit of slap chip in me, but that is a great challenge. I'm feeling the glute absolutely coming alive on that one. The stabilizers are getting active, but the core is being forced to be engaged. The minute I didn't have it engaged, I was wobbling all over the show.
I love
that.
Yes,
Nice.
I love it.
Should we try it on the other side?
To the other
side. Mzansi, this is your chance, obviously, to get involved with this one. This is a great challenge. It's working on balance, it's working on core and coordination. And I mean, when you have a setting like this, what is not to love about challenging your body and the blessings that we have?
Yeah,
all right, other side now. Let's go into
So
it.
left leg forward.
Okay.
I'm going to do the beginner level,
Okay.
the entry level. You're going to keep your posture upright. Think of your eye line up forward. Hover and hold. Great stuff, Ra. Let's go. Pulse down. 1. Keep those abdominals lifted. South Africa, let's go down. 3 and up. And shoulders out of your ears. 4. Donkey. And 5. Hold it. Can you tilt your body more forward? Lift your leg up. Use this glute. Use this glute. Use it. Use it. Use it. Tummy up. Tummy up. And don't fall over this time. Come back with intention and release.
Wow.
Good job.
No equipment, nothing else, just my body, and that was an absolute burn. I love that, and I wish I can do more. And you have the opportunity to do exactly that. So you can head over to Willard Beach this Thursday as well as Saturday. Tash will be doing an incredible Pilates session right on the beach, the music of the ocean in the background. What is not to love? So you can find her online, of course, if you want some more of this invigorating action. And of course, after a beautiful session like that, I've worked up an appetite. Let's back to the kitchen.
Thank you, Ryle. That was very relaxing, especially the fact that you got to do that on the beach. Now, with that workout worked up, probably a big appetite, and we have the perfect recipe, and this one is seconds to none that you have to try. Some Italian cuisine is always a great idea for midweek dinners, meal inspiration, especially when it's also cold. And if you have been shying away from your classic ravioli, today's the day we're going to show you just how to enjoy the creaminess of this restaurant-style dish in the comfort of your own home. And we have Jenny Morris here already hard at work on this yummy recipe.
I've got some onions in there. I'm going to add my garlic. You've got to have garlic. Wouldn't be anything Italian if you didn't. Some chili, a little bit of chili sauce. Hello, this is the week for hot stuff, hey, baby?
Yes, and you did so well last week, earlier this week when you had the wings hot AF.
Yes, but you know what I thought? I thought, those wings can't compete with the heat inside of me.
No.
You're gonna burn
You are sizzling. So I noticed you didn't add all the chili. Was that just because
you can
you're
always
watching
come back?
true.
Well, you can always come back, but you can't take away. That's the problem. You're going to chop some cherries for me, my baby. Cherry tomatoes.
What size do you want them chopped?
Just in half is good. And so what I've done here, Cal, Zoe, I'm thinking of Kelly, who puts all these beautiful ingredients out for us. What I've done here is I've put in the chili, I put the ginger, the garlic, I put in the beautiful sun-dried tomatoes. I've got a bit of stock here. And
is that a veggie stock or okay?
Yeah, or you could have chicken, but I don't want to keep adding oil to this. So I want to just release the oil back into the pan. And then obviously I'm going to continue. Otherwise you end up with this very, very oily mess, you know, which is not my best.
So that's actually quite a nice little trick, a little bit of stock.
just because it just helps it to bubble back out again. And oh, look at that. And then the ravioli. What I love about this is that you can buy ready-made ones, or you could do the deed yourself. I'm going to stick this in just for a couple of minutes before I add my delicious.
Oh.
And of course we have this to top it off.
So we're going to use our Clover Classic, and this is our plain low-fat dairy snack. And Clover Classic dairy snack, it is a deliciously smooth and creamy dairy snack, and it really gives you a creamy taste to the delicious flavors. It's also a source of 10 vitamins, and it is available in various flavors. We are using the plain flavor for today's recipe, and you can also use any ready-made ravioli of your choice for this dish. Are we going for for a vegetarian option?
Yes, we're going veggie today. Nothing to stop us from having vegetables. We don't eat enough vegetables.
True.
I do believe that we eat a lot of meat, so it won't hurt you to skip a meal. And we've got beautiful parmesan. We've got the cream, which is nice and rich. And we've got our dairy snack. In with the cream, look at that. Just look at that cream. It's going to bind. It's going to hug those little raviolis and make them very happy. Away we go. I have, of course, made some for you, as I always do, so you can snack. And then I'm going to, right at the end, put all the green stuff. So you've got some fresh basil there for me.
Yes. Do you need me to chop it?
No.
Okay.
I don't like chopping basil, but what I do like to do is tear it. So if you take a leaf for yourself and then give me the rest, and I want you to just do this, because we've got hot little hands. Go like this, and just squash it and bruise it. Smell that. That's what I want to release. So I want you to, I always say hurt it a little bit.
Oh, you bruise it. You basically let the skin tear a bit.
That's it. And then we just pop it into that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then just let that wilt down beautifully into our sauce. And some Parmesan cheese. You can use pecorino cheese as well if you want to. You could even use cheddar cheese. You know, there's just so many options.
And then when we add our classic Clover dairy snack, plain flavored yogurt, is this now more just to add additional creaminess, or is this more to subside from all the chili powder you've
Do you know what? It would serve both purposes. I'm going to put this right at the end because I don't want it to split. It'll give me that lovely creaminess. It's also nice to mix with a bit of parsley and to serve it on top. In fact, let's do a recipe ourselves. Mix that parsley with that. I'm going to give you some dairy snack and we're going to just pop it on top. Look at that. And then you can just garnish.
Garnish with that?
You can just garnish with that. I'm going to just borrow some of this quickly. Look at that. Right at the end, that'll add a nice acidity as well.
And really just balance it out. I'm going to take this teaspoon. Well, if you want to get your hands on this delicious recipe, and hopefully you caught the steps of our little impromptu recipe here too, it is available on our website, expressoshow.com. And if you want to get your hands on the classic creamy Tuscan ravioli that we've just made, it is available. And then, Jenny, we'll just simply do this. We just finish it off with...
Yes, just pop a little bit on the top there and...
voila!
You can eat and you can keep going with Parmesan as much as you like.
Adding. There we go. Well, enjoy this recipe and let us know what you think of it.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic.
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Okay, it is Expresso. We're live on S3. She's about to perform a champion sound, and she's about to get down and show you why. She's the hottest in the world right now. Here's Kezia Williams performing American Boy by Oxtail. Take us away, baby.
tight. Like the way he's speaking, his confidence is peaking. Don't like his baggy jeans, but I'm like what's underneath them. And no, I ain't been to LA. I heard the city never sleeps in New York all the ways. Oh, let's go to the West End. I'll show you to my brethren. I'm liking this American boy. American boy, take me on a trip. I like to go someday. Take me to New York. I like to see LA. I really want to come kick it with you. You be my American boy. Can we get away this weekend? Take me to Parkways. Let's go shopping. Maybe then we'll go to a cafe. Let's go on the subway. Take me to your hood. I've never been to Brooklyn and I like to see what's good. Dressed in all your fancy clothes, those sneakers looking fresh to death. I'm loving those shell toes. Walking that walk, talk that slick talk. I'm liking this American boy. American boy, take me on a trip. I like to go someday. Take me to New York. I like to see LA. I really want to come kick it with you. You'll be my American boy. American boy. La da da dee da dee da. La da da dee da dee da. La da da dee da dee. Will you be my American boy? American boy.
Come on. Kezia Williams here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso, American boy Tristan on the keys. What a duo. What a voice. This is so beautiful. What did you think of that performance? Please do let us know. Expresso Morning Show, SABC3 on Facebook. Use the hashtag Expresso Show. You're going nowhere, right? You're sticking around, right? You're sticking around. You're sticking around. That's it. It's time now for us to find out what's happening in the world. Carl Wasty Tasty is on standby with the news.
Let's take a peek, the final look on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This morning, the Department of Home Affairs has fired 2 employees for selling South African identities to foreign nationals. Patisane Ochiki of the department's Benoni office was found guilty of gross misconduct for processing 111 documents to foreign nationals at a fee of 1,000 Rand per application. The applications used the particulars of SA citizens. Another sacked official, David Motsamai of the Germiston office, was also found guilty of gross misconduct for processing 13 passport applications for foreign nationals using the particulars of South Africans. He charged 2,500 Rand and 5,000 Rand per respective application. Meanwhile, the NPA and Hawks say the alleged architects of state capture will be arrested by the end of September. They have pledged to go after all the people implicated by the Zondo Commission. Dedicated teams have been assembled to probe those implicated. The alleged architects of state capture, including influential people and private sector actors, are expected to be arrested and have cases enrolled by the end of September. The NPA and Hawks said yesterday. Thus far, 65 accused persons have appeared in court on alleged state capture crimes. On to international news. Zimbabwe's central bank says it will start selling gold coins later this month as a way to protect people against spiraling inflation. Central Bank Governor John Magudya said the 22-carat coin would be named Mose Owatunya, the Zimbabwean name for the Victoria Falls, and would contain 1 troy ounce of gold, a little heavier than an imperial ounce and equivalent to 31.1 grams. The coin will be easily convertible into cash and can also be used in transactions, the bank says. Now, NATO yesterday kicked off momentous accession procedures for Sweden and Finland, aiming to expand the military alliance to 32 countries in reaction to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. This is a historic day for Finland, for Sweden, for NATO, and for Euro-Atlantic security. NATO Chief Jens Stoltenberg said after protocols were signed, launching the required ratification process in all alliance countries. Standing alongside Stoltenberg, the foreign ministers of Sweden and Finland also qualified the occasion as historic. And we all know that forests are vital to life on Earth. They purify the air we breathe, filter the water we drink, prevent erosion, and act as important buffers against climate change. We also know that with an increasing population, forests are fast disappearing. So reforestation has become essentially important. On the African continent, deforestation has an unexpected friend and ally: straw-colored fruit bats. The large fruit bat is one of the most numerous and fruit-eating animals in Africa. They live in colonies of thousands to millions, and sleeping during the day and becoming active at sunset when they set off in search of food. They can fly up to 95 kilometers to suitable food trees, thus dispersing seeds across huge areas as they go. And it's reported in the Conservation that by conservative estimate, a colony of 150,000 could disseminate more than 300,000 small seeds in a single night. And that a single colony of fruit bats could kickstart the regrowth of 800 hectares of forest. So fruit bats indeed contribute to the conservation of African forests. Yes, we've got little allies around us in nature as long as you and I look after it. And that's a wrap up of your news for now. Let's take a peek at the traffic as well as your weather. Zoe Brown is standing by.
Thanks, Wasty. Well, let's take a look at your traffic, starting off in Gauteng Centurion. On the N1 northbound, there's a stationary vehicle. It's before John Foster Drive. The left lane is currently blocked, so please approach with caution. And staying in Gauteng and Edenvale, there's some congestion on the R24 and the N12 westbound. And this is before Edenvale Road and heading towards the Galulis interchange. Please allow for some extra travel time this morning. In KZN in Berea, on the N3 eastbound, there's a vehicle broken down before Allen Patton Avenue, and it's obstructing that left lane. You can expect delays, and please be patient on the roads today. That's a wrap on your traffic. Let's take a final look at your weather. Well, let's look at your weather one last time. At the end of a 3-day G7 summit in the Bavarian Alps in Germany, the leaders committed $4.5 billion by 2027 to protect the most vulnerable in the global south from hunger and malnutrition. International climate change experts have welcomed the announcement, but activists sharply criticized the pledge, saying the sum fell short of what was needed, with millions of people on the brink of starvation. The worst drought in decades in parts of Africa and soaring food prices, driven higher by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, have sparked repeated warnings concerning threats to food security of the world's poorest and possible famine. Now, they called on those with stockpiles to make food available and said they were working on ways to move grain out of Ukraine after a Russian blockade of Black Sea ports had pushed trade to slower land routes. Now, from your news to moving to the environment, your sunrise views, Quinton sent us this chilly image showing off the fog across Durban this morning. Rena sent us a photo lighting up the sky above her neighborhood out in East London. Charlene Davies sent us this beautiful photo of the pink sky behind the trees in Oudendaalsrus in the Free State. And finally, Shakila sent us this beautiful image highlighting the shells on the beach with the sun blazing in the background. And that is, of course, in Durban. Let's take a final look at your temperatures. Polokwane, your low is 7, your high 23. Mbombela, 12 with a high of 30. Sunny in Pretoria, temperatures ranging between 8 and 21. Johannesburg, 6 and 20. Mahikeng, 3, 23. Klerksdorp, 1 with a high of 22. If you're in Kimberley, a low of 2 and a high of 17 can be expected. Bloemfontein, your temperatures range between -2 and 18. Richards Bay, 13, 22. Pietermaritzburg, 7, reaching a high of 24 today. Durban, 14, 21. Mthatha, 5, 19. East London, 11 with a high of 19. Cradock, 3, 18. Gqeberha, 10, reaching a high of 19. Partly cloudy conditions in George today. 8 is your low, 18 your high. Cape Town 9, reaching a high of 16. Worcester 4, 21. Sutherland cool but sunny, a low of 1, a high of 14. And Uppington, a low of 3 and a high of 20. Now that is your weather for this morning. And if you would love to send through those sunrise photos, please do so on our WhatsApp line.
Thank you very much, Zoe. Okay, now listen, what we've really enjoyed is connecting with Royal Art at the Bolito Pro. But we've also connected with some of our top fans as well. Today we meet Ruth, Govender, Raul and Ruth, hello.
Yes, Uncle Tabzi, thank you so much. It's good to know that you're in studio, but even better that I'm in my studio right now. I'm out here at the beach at Willard, and it is incredible. Now, something even more incredible is the person that we are about to meet. We can consider them as our day one. From the very inception of Expresso, this beautiful soul has been watching us, has been a part of the family, and I'd like to introduce you to the beautiful Ruth Govender over here. Ruth, how are you doing?
Hi, Ryan. It's so lovely to finally meet you. I'm doing well. You can see it's a beautiful weather out here in Bolito.
It is.
So it's exciting to be here and be part of this little segment.
And I'm so excited because honestly, like a day one fan and almost a family member, that is incredible. And to meet you firsthand, I want to find out from you, you watched from all that time ago. Why did you keep watching the show? What kept you so engaged for so long?
Oh, Expresso show is as the tagline says, it's a feel-good show. Yeah. And from the time it started airing on TV, I was hooked because it's got a bit of everything. You've got your cooking for the cooking enthusiasts. As a mom and as a woman, I love all the segments. I'm an avid traveler. You'll have your travel section, exercise, the entertainment as well. The various artists that you'll showcase is absolutely amazing. And then you get your medical section that you'll have, you know, and it appeals to everybody, like from the young and the young at heart as well. So why not watch the show? It's absolutely amazing. And then the group of presenters that you'll have such amazing energy. And you'll make it so much fun. I mean, how do you get paid to do this job?
That's a beautiful job. And I mean, especially when we're meeting beautiful souls like yourself. Now, I know you mentioned a lot of things that the show does, and that's the beauty of it. It's so diverse in terms of its offering. If you were to try to highlight any favorite moments or segments from the show, what are those for you?
Oh, there's so many, but I'm just going to pick a few. The cooking segment, because I'm a cooking enthusiast. I love pottering around in the kitchen.
So shout out to Chef Clem.
Chef Clem and his culinary expertise and the fact that he goes beyond sometimes, like you make bread pudding out of a croissant, like who does that? And he does that. Yeah. And your travel show, I love the travel show because I'm an avid traveler. So finding out about the next exotic destination to travel to is absolutely wonderful. And then you exercise, like you want to get up and just get in there. And then you guys just make things so easy. Both you and Jamie, you'll just have that energy. After watching you, I feel like I worked out.
Thank you so much. Now, look, it's not just the fact that you're a family member and a fan, but you're also now becoming somewhat of like an influencer, right? Because we aired a video of yours that you put on TikTok. Yes. I think it got something like 19,000 views, apparently even more now, and counting. So tell me about that. I believe it was the design segment of it, or the decor segment. You featured something, a splash of yellow. How's it feel being an influencer now? Yeah?
She's just a micro-influencer right now. No, I joined TikTok during lockdown. It was a nice creative platform for me to just get involved in, as opposed to just sitting at home and watching TV. I'm also a YouTuber.
Oh, excuse me.
The transition to TikTok wasn't too bad. Okay. You know, and because I'm a creative at heart, I decided let me just post some videos on TikTok. I love creating beautiful, peaceful spaces around home. So I tackled this project doing my living room. And it was as much fun doing it as it was showing it on Expresso Live. And like with your millions of viewers that tune into the show, it was amazing to have it showcased. It was fun. It was absolutely fun. It started off with just a couple of hundred. It's now sitting at almost 22,000.
Oh, wow. Okay, brilliant.
So that is exciting.
Man, I got to say thank you so much for having us. And I know a lot of people are out in Durban and potentially want to come down to the beach. For the greater KZN area, what keeps you loving it so much?
Oh, I've grown up in Durban. For the greater part of my adult life, I lived in the South Coast. And I've moved, now that my kids have moved away for work, I've settled down in Umhlanga. Umhlanga is the most sought after area to live in right now. And like if you look around, all the way from Bolito right down to Wild Coast, we have the best beaches.
I can't argue with that.
Entertainment like restaurants, we have the best. If you go out west to the Midlands, you've got all the game drives.
Oh, yes.
You've got the Drakensberg. So what's not to love about Durban?
The list goes on.
The list goes on. And don't forget to come to Durban and have a bunny chow.
Of course, yes. I think Jamie had one for the first time ever, and she was absolutely blown away. But Ruth, thank you so, so much.
Oh,
it genuinely warms my heart knowing and seeing beautiful faces like yours.
Oh, thank you so
seeing
much.
the impact that we're creating and knowing that you actually are loving the show. So you literally feel like family to us. Can I give you a hug?
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much. And to you, Mzansi, I want to thank everybody else that has been sending in all the magic to our show. You are part of what makes all this magic come to life. And again, don't forget to come tune in. We're going to be out at Bolito for the rest of the week, sharing some of all this magic and hopefully, maybe meeting you too.
What's beta-glucan? Hello, do you know what beta-glucan is? What is beta-glucan? No one knows what beta-glucan is.
Beta-glucan is a natural fiber in jungle oats that helps lower cholesterol and keep hearts well.
Jungle, do life with heart.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. It's time for us to sit back, fill up on the coffee and grab a Oma, okay? And whilst we take a breather, I've got a few interesting questions to ask the team here. Guys, it's been a long morning, okay? We can all agree it's time for us to kick back a little bit, but it's also halfway through the year. It feels like it's been a bit of a low year as well, right? So I've got some questions for you guys, okay? Right. And we're going to be taking a look at some of those. Now, we want to get you guys at home involved in those questions and answers as well in our new segment called Moments, Memories, and More. Now, what makes it fun? Well, that's the question. I've got a question for the past, a question for now, and a question for the future. Right. So who wants to go first? Who wants to just give us like some nice answers when it comes to talking about goals?
Goals.
Life goals. Goals you had as a child. Maybe you want to share that. Maybe that's a memory that still really does shine very fresh and new.
I'll go first. I think a goal in terms of my career growing up, I really wanted to be a Miss South Africa. Oh. And then that never happened, but I had to ask myself, well, what is it about the Miss South Africa crown that I wanted?
Yes.
And it was the platform. And today I get to do that through TV and radio, and we get to, you know, make a difference on the ground and in people's lives. So at the end of the day, this is my version of Miss South Africa.
I love that. But the thing is that you are South Africa's sweetheart.
You are Miss South Africa.
know what
I was about to say now. Like, you are. Come on.
And what about you, Kali?
I was into dinosaurs, I'm not going to lie. I wanted to become a paleontologist. I actually wanted to find a dinosaur. I wanted to, like, sort of uncover the bones. And then, obviously, when Jurassic Park came out, I'm like, oh, my word.
You wanted to be in it.
Like,
Make your favorite dinosaur sound.
So I was just
We've
like,
heard this one before, right?
and I used to collect the dinosaur books, and I was dead set on becoming a paleontologist, only to study psychology.
And what happened to that dream or that goal?
No, can I tell you, the goal, I realized why I wanted to dig deeper. And I realized I wasn't looking for bones. I wanted to dig deeper in people and finding out a bit more about them and emotions. So essentially, I'm a psychology paleontologist.
I love that.
And I work with the dinosaurs. So
that's correct.
You see, and it works for everyone. But when it comes to, you know, all sorts of areas in our lives, maybe financial, relationships, friendships, I know that at the beginning of the year, most of us do set out to make some changes. Zoe, I remember for you, it was setting boundaries. It was a big, big thing. How's that coming along, and what are some of those changes that you are currently having to make and that you're making as you go along?
Well, boundaries, especially when it comes to friends and family, is never easy, but I've put them up, and I promise you I'm a better person for it. I kind of had to say to myself, you know, that feeling you felt when you were taken advantage of is nothing in comparison to that slight moment of guilt you feel when you put your boundary in place.
You feel better for yourself.
The scale, it's the scale doesn't even measure up.
Yeah, and Carl, for you, is it as serious as, you know, setting boundaries and making some really tough decisions in that way?
I think it was actually just about positivity around career, which is actually vitally important. And I want to make sure that the positivity lingers on. You know that we work in an industry that's quite fickle. So the whole idea is to actually make sure that you don't worry too much about what if something bad happens, but focus and prepare for what if something good happens, and you stick around. And
I love that. I love that. I imagine that that's what you're currently working on. Would you say that's a current goal for you?
Correct.
And Zoe, what is the current goal for you that's keeping you busy?
Current goal, I think, is to try find more freedom in a very rigid schedule that I have, and to choose play and joy. And I think, you know, the more time you spend with little kids and stuff, you realize that they have so much fun. And we do fun things on the show, and we do fun things throughout our day, but it's now my choice to also participate. So just choosing joy.
Choosing joy. And you mentioned kids playing around and joy and all of that. Are kids on the horizon, Zoe Brown?
Oh, this is fantastic. Let's do the expose right now. Is this a red table? Oh, it's so quiet. Okay, wait. I'm gonna also...
It's winter fat.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna dip a rusk.
I'm gonna dip a Omo for it. But listen, we want to hear your side and your version of all of this experience that's unfolded in your life. We want to hear you share your moment, your memory, or more with us, and tell us what you want your life to look like and feel like in 20 years from now. Use the hashtag more than a rusk in your entry, and then enter on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page, and the best entry will win 2,000 Rand in cash. How's that? Yes, that's correct. Plus an Oma Rusks hamper. And if you want the T's and C's, you can find them on expressoshow.com. Good luck, Zoe. Good luck, Carl. Good luck, everybody.
I'm going to be such a good godfather.
There's more in every dip with Oma.
And what a coincidence. Speaking of life goals, we put Uncle Tabsy Wabsy to the ultimate test. 90% of being a first-time parent is just thinking about when you can get a bit of rest. And someone who recently experienced this firsthand is our very own Uncle Tabsy Wabsy, who played Zaddy, or Dad, to you, to his very own baby girl for a day. I am excited to take a look at this.
Being a first-time parent is no easy walk in the park. It comes with lots of joy, yes, but oh man, it can be demanding too. Now, I'm being put to the challenge of being a dad for a day. Meet my baby Tobile. I know you always want me around you, but I've got to leave you for now. You are in good hands. Bernice is going to look after you because it gets loud in there, but then I'll come get you for some music later, okay? Sharp. Sure, okay. I didn't think it would be this difficult. It's not easy. My job on its own takes a lot, right? Like you are always on, running from here to there. Add baby to the mix. I'm like, what have I gotten myself into? It's nice to take a little break from work and see this pretty cute little adorable face, but oh, wow. It's not easy raising a baby. The breakfast of choice today was the Purity baby cereals because they are made with the baby's specific needs in mind. Gentle on their tummy, easy for them to digest. The fact that she wants to nap right now tells me that she's going to be digesting really nicely, nothing to worry about there. But you know, they have no preservatives, no colorants, there are no artificial things thrown into the mix there, which is really fantastic. I'm holding up pretty well this morning. I'm so happy. The Expresso family is not just called Expresso family for just. We really are like a family. I mean, I've had Zoe teaching me how to swaddle correctly, which is really fantastic. Graham, being a father, has been great. Jamie Lee, she just does this so naturally. And I've had such a good time with that. So we're doing well. I understand three things and three scenarios. It's either the baby is hungry, needs a nap, or needs a change of nappy when she cries. I just need to pick up the dynamic of the cry. Changing a baby's diaper, easy man, come on. I've had lots of experience in the past, except the last time I changed a baby's nappy, it was one of those big cloth towely ones. These new age ones, come on, that's easy. Okay, maybe I spoke a bit too soon. Not as easy as I said, but it's gonna be done, so I did it. I've learned so far, being a daddy to a baby, that you really have to connect with the baby. To understand why they're crying, you have to be able to pick up that they're hungry, because they can't say, I'm starving. You have to know. That means you've got to be connected. Now that I've just finished the live show, it's time to head on home. I've got lots of admin, my to-do list. I mean, you should see it. And then I've got a call to get on. I hope by that time that Tobbs is taking a nap. Finally home. What a long morning. My baby Tobbs seemingly has had a busy one as well. I can see the eyes are closing slowly. I think she wants to take a nap. Luckily, I know how to swaddle properly because Zoe Brown taught me. So I'm going to put her to bed and then I'm going to do some chores. The reason baby Tobbs is able to sleep so easily, I think I figured it out. It's got to do with the laundry products I use, the Purity laundry products. They are tough on stains, yes, but gentle on her skin, softens her clothes. So of course, she's covered in a beautiful little blanket that is so soft and so comfy and fresh, but chlorine-free. I mean, come on. Quite perfect that I was able to do my admin quietly with baby Tobbs asleep. I can see her eyes are opening up now, which means usually she's a bit perkish when this sort of thing happens. It's time for her snack. Now, I love Purity pouches for my little one because they have no nasties, no preservatives, no colorants, no tetrazine, no additives, just the best for my baby. And I also know that you're ready for bath time, right? Yeah, I've made sure that the temperature of the water is right. She's well taken care of here. I've got this, okay? What I really like about Purity's head-to-toe wash is that it's mild and gentle. Gentle on the baby's eyes, it's free from colorants, and it will gently cleanse and condition my baby's delicate skin. That's what any parent wants. Now time for some Purity baby aqueous cream and then head to lunch, because I mean, my baby's hungry and so am I. Absolutely trust Purity's range of baby jars because let's be honest, we all grew up seeing these around, enjoying them. I watched my sister grow up eating this and now I get to feed that to my baby Tobbs. And the fact that they are age appropriate really is the seal of quality that we need. Nothing much love. finally have a newfound respect for parents. When parents say that parenting is a lot of hard work, I agree. I know. I've had a first-hand experience of it. But when they say it's fulfilling as well, that's also true. Well, it seems like baby Tobile is now ready for her post-lunch nap. It's happening now. But listen to this, you know, to the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world. And this baby girl over here is the world to me. I love it.
I'm a bit emotional. You are such a good father. Like, this is so beautiful.
It takes a community, guys. And the baby's name is Chinakao Nemutsudzanyi Tobile Makubela.
Okay.
Tobile.
Yes.
Say it now.
Say the whole one.
Tobile.
Yes, the whole.
Baby
Tobile Makubela. That's the best. I hope I got it right. But there is a little voice note. Somebody wanted to give you some advice, and we've been asking you about parenting advice, the best you've ever received. So Gloria's got one for you.
Maglo? Gloria.
Best advice that I've once received in my life is that if you have two kids, never compare them because they're totally way too different. And it's something that I don't do as well. And I would say I love them equally. And parenting, it's not easy, but you just need to learn and go through the whole parenting stuff and never be hard on yourself.
Just, sorry, they're going to do a little parent. Thank you, Gloria.
Thank you, Gloria.
Do a little purity moment there while they're doing it. Look at this.
Maybe don't take parenting advice from me. I once got told that if you have 3 kids, if you always just ignore one, you'll be okay.
Right, we're going to move on very swiftly.
Yeah, don't take that bit of advice.
They're giving 3 lucky viewers the chance to each not listen to Zoe's advice and win a 500 Rand take-a-lot voucher. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page and tell us what your favorite part of being a parent is. Don't forget to include #PurityPromise in your answer. And the competition closes Friday, 8 July at midday, and T's and C's do apply. And they can be found on expressoshow.com.
Yeah, I'll just take my baby now.
Yes, sorry. This.
Always know how much I love you. I hope that you never stop learning and growing. It all begins with purity.
You can rest easy knowing someone's always watching out for you. Everflu C Immune Booster. We've got you covered.
So much feel good. Welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, live on S3 on a beautiful Wednesday. Thanks for choosing us. Thank you.
Oh, and we're definitely keeping it kid-friendly. I mean, your little baby is taking a nap, and the school holidays are upon us. There's also start thinking of ways to keep the kids busy and to minimize some of those grey hairs they might be giving you. Now, thankfully, we found the secret weapon, and that is, of course, our DIY crafts, getting hands-on involved, and that's me to show you. I don't know if I'll call myself the guru, but I'm going to show you how you can really just enjoy the wide supply of Crazy Store arts and crafts for kids that is guaranteed for them to go crazy. These days, it's more crucial than ever for kids to have a creative outlet. Simple activities such as drawing, painting, and crafting can really help kids become aware of their own emotions, but also help them to build their own problem-solving skills, their imagination, and most importantly, concentration. As parents, it can be difficult to facilitate these play sessions. Luckily, the Crazy Store have these amazing, effortless craft kits like this Make Your Own Felt Bag Kit, which includes plastic sewing needle, string, felt bag pieces, extra things to decorate your bag with, and don't forget your glue. Thread the ribbon through the eye of the needle and tie a knot at the end of the ribbon to prevent it from pulling through the material. Now take the side panel, the long thin rectangular piece, and use it to stitch the two side pieces. And there are ready-made holes to make this whole process easy. The sewing can be a bit tricky at first, but you'll soon get the hang of it. The best part is seeing how fast the bag comes together. Simply make a knot to finish it off and cut off the extra string. Time to sew the straps on. Now the bag is really coming together. You can use a stitch called the cross stitch as shown on the kit packaging. Stitching along the strap can create this beautiful effect and also add some flair to your bag. But in the end, it's really up to you. Now for the best part, decorating. In your kit, you should have everything you need to make this adorable little elephant. The kit should have all you will need, but luckily at the Crazy Store, there are so many extras to choose from if you would like. You can grab a fun craft set, some pipe cleaners, glitter glues, and even some googly eyes. Let your imagination run wild. Aww, look how cute this is. This craft is amazing. Not only do you end up with this adorable little bag, but your kids find new ways to express themselves. You might feel like it's going to cost you a fortune to get everything that you need, but luckily, thanks to the Crazy Store, that is not the case. Now you can let your inner Picasso out as we get to decorate this amazing face mask. What you will need: the Crazy Store Decorate Your Own Mask Kit, paint, paintbrushes, some newspaper or cardboard to mess on, cup of water for your paintbrushes, and extra things to decorate your mask with. Fun to have a blank canvas, but that also comes with added pressure. Today, I feel like doing a butterfly. Before you start, make sure you have a flat surface to work on, and like crafts, there's no wrong way to paint a face mask. If you think you're going to get messy, best to cover up or wear something that you don't mind getting ruined. Let's get painting. There's no such thing as a once-off craft. Much like the felt bag, this mask can be used over and over.
With open-ended crafts like this one, it's truly up to you how you want to decorate your mask. So when picking up a kit like this, have a browse around your favorite crazy store to see what else you can add to your project and get those creative juices flowing. The school holidays are here, so what are you waiting for? Seeing kids get creative is really remarkable. And when it comes to fun crafts like this, you will definitely be keeping boredom at bay and also give your kids the opportunity to empower themselves and really unleash their own creativity. So head on off to your nearest crazy store and get crafty.
Yes, get crafty. Love your work, Zoe Brown, DIY guru, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Please go get those at the Crazy Store. Yes, let's keep the boredom at bay with the kids out on school holiday at the moment. But from all the fun crafts with the kids, especially with their holidays now, to see what you can maybe bake up in the kitchen with your bestie. Let's check out what's happening.
Whoever you are, whatever you need, you'll find great value for the whole family at the Crazy Store. So duck into a store near you and be surprised.
Well, brace yourself, lots of excitement because it's Christmas in July on Expresso as we search for South Africa's best baking duo. Now, you and your best friend stand a chance to win the grand prize worth 50,000 Rand. That is with Golden Cloud and Beacon. Entries have been coming in like hotcakes, but let's take a look at some of the entries who aren't finalists but are receiving Golden Cloud and Beacon hampers for their incredible creations.
All right, so we had an entry from Leishan Bland, who's not only giving us Christmas in July, but also summer in July with a beach day-inspired cake. And she wrote, and I quote, "I made this super delicious beach cake with the help of my sister, Genevieve Bland, using the Golden Cloud vanilla cake mix. Cake creations are made possible when you have Golden Cloud by your side. Hashtag Golden Baker Search." I love it.
I love it. Nothing bland about that. And our second entry was from @LindaComps on Twitter, who entered with this creative bake and wrote, "My 15-year-old son and I made this cake. We are great together when baking. We came up with this great idea while we were baking together, and the bonus is that we can bond in the process. Hashtag Golden Baker Search."
Amazing. Now, the last entry we'll be taking a look at is from Selani via WhatsApp, who entered these decadence treats, and she wrote, and I quote, "My partner Jonathan Pillay and I are South Africa's best baking duo, because just like butter and cream, when whipped together, we become smooth and perfect. So are we as a team. We work smoothly together into creating perfection, and this will be an amazingly wonderful opportunity to get to show you our wonderful creations and skills. Much love. I love it, man.
I love it too. And we are loving the creativity and the reward of these incredible entries so far. And we are giving each of you a cupcake hamper for all of your efforts. Look at this.
This is lovely. I actually want one of these, so if you win, then remember me. I'm your friend.
They can bake you the cupcake.
Thank you. I'd love those. Remember, you and your best friend still stand a chance to be our next finalist duo. Tune in tomorrow and find out if it is you. And please don't forget to enter. Here's how easy it is.
Christmas comes early on Expresso as Golden Cloud and Beacon search for South Africa's best friends baking duo. You and a friend stand a chance to win the grand prize worth 50,000 Rand in the ultimate Christmas in July bake-off. To enter the challenge, create your bake with Golden Cloud and Beacon. Share your photo of the bake on the Golden Baker Search Christmas in July edition competition post on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter pages, or WhatsApp line on 063-814-2300 using hashtag Golden Baker Search. And tell us why you are SA's best baking duo and why you think your creation is the best. You could be one of the 5 finalists competing live on Expresso for the grand prize worth 50,000 Rand. The winning duo to be crowned live on Expresso this July. Brought to you by Golden Cloud and Beacon. Entries close on the 17th of July. Details and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
I hope you'll always know how much I love you. I hope that you never stop learning and growing. look at me and I look at you, we'll love the wonderful you that you've become. It all begins with purity.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso on S3, and there is nothing like a good quality blanket or throw to keep the chills at bay during those cooler months. Now, Woolworths' winter warmers do exactly that and more. And here to show us how to crank up the coziness this winter is our fashion, beauty, and decor stylist, Megan Pedro. It's so good to have you here.
Thank you so much. Getting cozy this morning.
I mean, I'm looking at all these beautiful throws you've brought along. Beautiful, but there are so many to choose from.
They really are, but that's what's great. So let me break it down completely for you. So Woolies has the most gorgeous Sherpas, which is a really beautiful wool-like texture, which really keeps you so warm. I've styled it here. Just don't be afraid to play with textures, which is so nice. So we've got like a shaggy style, which all of these throw cushions are also Woolies. So it's so nice. Please play with your textures on your couch. We then move over this that I'm sitting under. So you know about an electric blanket, which is fitted. This is an over-electric blanket. So it is portable. You can literally go around everywhere with it. So it's perfect from the movies in your lounge to the movies in your room.
Why didn't they think of this sooner?
Of course, Woolies did, which is absolutely amazing. So I would even plug it into an extension cord, walk around your whole apartment.
And you've got a warm, cozy blanket throughout. That is amazing.
If we go to your faux fur, which I absolutely love, I think it's such a luxurious look to any apartment. It is just, it
is nice and soft.
Just so cozy. And then you've got your beautiful heat generations, which keep the heat inside. So just exactly like your fleece pajamas, I think that these are so beautiful. So if I
Are you going to show us how to style it?
Yes, I will. So this is, because it's a lighter throw, as opposed to a huge blanket, I think what's always nice to do, much like I've done here, you can see that I've shown the inside of the suede and the outside of the Sherpa. This is quite nice to do this with, so it creates really nice texture.
Oh, fabulous. It doesn't have to be perfectly
symmetrical.
Not at all.
And then also, because Woolies has a range of colours, it is so nice to bring in a throw cushion that pulls in with any of the colours.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Now, when it comes to, this is now to style your couch. Are you someone, when you style a bed, you put your throw at the foot of the bed or closer to the pillows or across?
It depends. It depends. I think also with the season, what's so nice is because there are different textures, different colours, it is so nice to play with it. At the end of the day, your home is your canvas, right? So I think always at the end of the bed, because you kind of snuggle in and you pull it up, but definitely play with it.
Definitely play with it. Now, I'm looking at all of these beautiful throws. Naturally, if you're not going to put it at the end of your bed, you have to store it somewhere. What's the best way to store your throws?
I think your throws and your blankets are so beautiful. And we've got beautiful baskets, which I think are the most beautiful way to store. Woolies has tons of absolutely stunning designs. Absolutely stunning designs. So I think that it's so nice to roll it in, because, I mean, they are such beautiful things to have on display. And then to gently throw over is also such a gorgeous way to...
I really love this. And it's nice and stylish. You can put it on the end of the couch, in the bedroom, in the corner, wherever.
Easy.
Easy to carry around, practical and stylish. I love that. I love that. Now, out of all of these throws, if you had to put one in your house right now, which one would you choose?
I am always a faux fur lover, but I mean an over blanket. I mean, over electric blanket, you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. Megan, it's so great to have you here. Thank you for sharing the latest in all the beautiful throws and all the ways where you can cozy up this winter with Woolies, and this is with their Woolies warmers. Now shop your favorite throws and blankets. It's available in store, it's online, as well as on the Woolies app. I think, oh, it's so beautiful.
Feel this one.
Oh. And oh well, it's time for us to bring it back to the kitchen to be inspired with some Clover Elite goodness. Oh yes, we're making it all the way cheesy.
Clover cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares, adding joy and stretching our imagination. Elite quality, elite taste, elite texture.
Made with love by Clover.
This is for you, okay, if you're looking to switch up to your Italian pasta dinner, okay? Our Clover cheese balls in tomato sauce is the perfect recipe not to be missed, okay? Thanks to the elite taste, elite quality, and elite texture of Clover Elite cheese, these bite-sized bonanzas are a guaranteed crowd pleaser. Trust me, don't say I didn't tell you. So make sure to double up, and you are going to want to. You're going to have to. And Jenny Morris is here in the house to help us bring it all to life, taking us through how it's all meant to be done. Jenny, are you struggling with your gloves there?
Yeah, darling, I'm all gloved up because we're going to love up these lovely little Clover cheese balls.
It. No glove, no love.
Absolutely, sweetheart. Now, what you're going to do is grate me some of that lovely Clover Elite cheddar.
Can I teach you something,
Talk
Jenny?
to me.
I don't know if you knew this about Clover Elite packaging here, hey? Easy peel.
Oh, lovely.
Hey, did you know?
Resealable.
Did you? Yeah. Did you know?
That's normally the biggest bugbear.
It is always such a disaster sometimes trying to unwrap these things, but this is so beautiful.
Love it.
I love the innovation. I am totally here for the innovation. I'm going to need a knife before I get on.
You know what? No, just clove a little bit, clove a little bit, just from the front, darling. You don't even have to cut it.
Oh, okay.
Just hold it nicely.
All right.
And do it on the big. I like it big.
And then
can you turn it the other way around?
Like this?
That's my boy.
Now we are grating.
My baby boy. Now what
are you doing?
I'm breaking up. This has been soaked in some clover milk, of course, the blue bottle, and just to soften it. So it's a nice way to get rid of your stale bread. The Italians are well known for waste not, want not, especially when it comes to bread. They make lovely panzanella salads and all kinds of gorgeous things with bread.
And finding many usage opportunities for bread that you might have had with something else from a different dish yesterday or in the morning. Yeah.
So I have bread and I've got eggs, I've got some lovely garlic, we've got some salt and pepper. If you wanted to, you could add even a little bit of chili to this. A little bit of chili. Does it make you feel silly,
I love that. No, let's not go there. Let us not go there.
I have to. You said I can take it hot, baby.
And you can. You certainly proved yourself capable.
I didn't think
of doing that. You did
that's plenty. Look how enthusiastic you are.
I mean, this is stunning. I've made more than enough. This is really some generous cheesing going on here. Now listen, Clover Elite cheese is perfectly crafted due to the 5-step crafting process. Really, it's all about bringing you cheese that is superior in quality, that is superior in taste as well as texture. Now, you can use any of your favorite Clover Elite cheese flavors in this recipe. It's totally up to you. What we've done is we've used our Elite cheddar cheese and Tussers because we want to get that melting effect, right?
Lovely. And I love Tussers because it just has a little flavour of its own. Give me some of that gorgeous cheddar. You can don't go too wild. Give me half.
Okay, let's go like this then. There
That's
you go.
my baby.
Are you happy?
Yes, I'm doing this. And then you're going to roll some balls for me. I'm going to make a sauce.
Oh, nice.
So let's just get this all beautifully mixed together.
Okay.
These are delicious. You don't even have to serve them in the sauce. You could serve these at a braai.
On their own, right? Which I do love. I love a recipe that has more than one sort of use.
Absolutely.
Which is really great. So you just want some nice bolletjies.
Some bolletjies, but make sure all the cheese is all cheesy. And
do you want them here?
Put your balls here.
Yeah, there we go.
It's closer to the pot, and I have to reshape these for you. What's wrong with you?
Hey.
Carry on, darling.
What are you saying about
I'll
this?
finish them off.
Hey, come on. Okay, listen, if you want the recipe, get your hands on it. Go on to expressoshow.com. You will find all of the ingredients. And look, there are very few ingredients. This is one of the things I really do like about this recipe, is that you really can have fun with it without any of the fuss.
That ball is bigger than that one. Neeman.
So do you want to make them even? You have to leave some surprises. Come on, Jenny.
I was very surprised when I saw that. So now, typically, I'm cooking out this beautiful sauce.
Tough crowd. Okay,
No,
that's
oh my
more
goodness,
even.
this boy just doesn't know how to roll a decent ball. Sorry about that. Don't
You know what? You know
You know
what?
why I'm saying this to you? Because I wanted them to cook at an even pace.
You see, now I
There's
learned
a
something
reason.
new about that. Okay, cool, let's see.
And there'll be
How does
fights.
this one
There'll be
measure?
fights because everybody
will be.
wants a big ball. Look at that, you see?
That looks better,
A
right?
bit of coaxing and coaching.
And then we're getting that in.
Oh, listen to that
And the
sizzle.
sizzle. Cheesy baby. Let's go. I love that. Okay, cool. So what I'm doing in the meantime is I'm carrying on and making some more bowls
You
for
keep
us.
going.
So you would serve this typically when, Jenny?
Any time of day. This makes a lovely lunch, makes a beautiful brunch.
I love that.
You know, even these little balls are great for kids' lunch boxes. And you can pack a little bit of sauce separate and they can dip it in.
Yeah.
Or you can just serve it like it's almost like a bread gnocchi, you know, with the sauce.
Sorts, right?
Delicious. Look at this, all golden.
The fact that we are using bread
Give me that, darling.
for this, I think, is absolutely incredible. And the recipe does come to life in about 20 minutes, which is really great. You don't want to be spending all the time you could be spending connecting with your loved ones in the kitchen. You want to make sure that, yes, you feed them all the good stuff and getting that elite taste, quality, and texture, but at the same time still connecting.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. That looks stunning.
They are the elitist of cheese balls.
This looks like something that would have taken lots of time to get together.
And ingredients, but it hasn't.
But it hasn't, which is the beauty of it. In fact, if you missed any of the steps that it's taken to bring this to this form, watch this quick recap.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. You're live on S3, and I can tell you this genie is coming out of a bottle for this next performance, and she's actually been doing fantastic things. Kezia Williams, the name to remember. Please mark it down, and when the EP comes out at the end of the year, we are ready. Now, performing a sensational track by Georgia Smith, it's called On My Mind, is Kezia on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Enjoy.
To feel you, don't want you on my mind, don't want to feel you, don't want to feel you, don't want you on my mind, yeah. Why on earth would I leave if you were everything I wanted you to be? When I saw what you did, who you were with, got me questioning the things that I believe. So I ask myself, do I let you go, or do I keep you in the frame of my mind? Now I'm growing wise to your sugar-coated lies. Nothing sweet about my misery, yeah. And I finally found what went wrong, and I finally found the wrong in you, yeah. You again, why'd you call? I don't need to hear you crying out my name. And like before, when you and I lay eye to eye, now it's time for you to taste the bitter end. And so I ask myself, do I let you go, or do I keep you in the frame of my mind? Now I'm growing wise to your sugar-coated lies. Nothing sweet about my misery, yeah. And I finally found what went wrong, yeah. And I finally found the wrong in you. Whoa, 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 whoa. I finally found what went wrong, and I finally found the wrong in you. To feel you, don't want you on my mind, don't want to feel you, I don't want to feel you, don't want you on my mind. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Kezia, that was incredible. Take a bow. What a talent.
You can bow.
You can
do it.
bow.
You got
can
it.
bow.
Take the bow. Yes.
Yes.
There she is.
I love it. What a talent. What a voice. Guys, it is Raul de Monet's birthday today.
Yes, Raul.
Happy birthday, Raul. We hope that you are celebrating in the most spectacular way out there. Very much in his elements, of course, being out and about, right?
Shirt off, waves. What a great
Sand. What else could Raul de Monet...
celebrate Nature Boy's birthday.
I love it. Happy birthday.
He's going to cross over tomorrow, give us some more details as well. And apparently somebody else is out tomorrow as well, eh?
Yes, I'm going to be out and about. It is the launch of Kentucky Town with KFC. I'm going to be out at Canal Walk.
Ooh.
It's all happening. I'm going to be bringing you all of that action.
Are you going to have
tomorrow
KFC
morning.
for breakfast?
Plenty.
Oh, you can.
As I do.
He does. He does. Has it delivered to studio and eats it in front of all of us and never offers.
Oh, my word. Well, anyway, have a fantastic show. Look after yourself.
I love you,
Later.
and I love you still.
For when it's chilly or rainy or just for the sake of it, here's the toastiest ways of keeping winter at bay, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.